Welcome to Sunday League Podcast. You know we can talk trash. If you ain't with it, you can fall back. Welcome to Sunday League Podcast, the podcast. Welcome to Sunday League Podcast, the podcast. Welcome to Sunday League Podcast. You know we can talk trash. If you ain't with it, fall back. Welcome to Sunday League Podcast, the podcast. Welcome to Sunday League Podcast, the podcast.
What's cracking, you fucking bush eaters? Welcome back to SLTP, episode 229. Frank?
I fucking have no idea.
I think it's episode 229. Sunday the podcast. It's been a long fucking time since we've recorded anything. I feel like I'm a useless man, bro. Useless men in this world.
Useless.
Useless
That's pretty
men.
much in the description.
Yeah, useless men in this world, bro. So disappointing. I feel
Very
like
disappointing.
I feel like a useless man right now. I haven't recorded pod. You know, I haven't been in your fucking ear like, hey, bro, please come over, bro. Please help me with this fucking podcast, bro. Please, bro, please.
Everybody knows I carry, bro.
You argue with yourself most of the time.
Yes, but valid arguments.
They're valid. They're valid. I'm not going to argue with you.
I think it's just giving people different perspectives.
1000%, man. Let's play some catch. What's your
Corona with
choice? Corona with lime.
All right. What you drinking?
Same.
Without lime.
And without lime, correct.
Yeah.
Even though I've had like 6 of these with lime and salt.
Stop the cap. You've had 3 or...
So you were putting your thumb on yours earlier, just to kind of like
stop. Like putting my thumb in it.
You're putting your thumb in your butt, in your Corona bottle to keep it from foaming after you put the salt in.
Yeah, because then they go crazy, but...
We're putting the margarita salt up in there.
I haven't drank Coronas or like anything out of a glass bottle in a while. So I couldn't remember if it's before or after you're supposed to take a sip of it or not.
Take a sip and then put the stuff in?
Yeah, because then
that kind of makes more
it makes
sense.
more sense. And you take another chug.
Has
of
more
it.
space. Yeah, more space. Margin for error type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I fucked it up once, though.
Dumbass.
It wasn't too bad, though.
Dumbass.
Didn't you fuck it up, too? Put your whole mouth on the bottle.
I did not. No, I almost got there.
Fucking throat goated that shit.
No, I chugged it. I chugged it like a fucking champ.
Yeah, sure.
I did not throat goat anything. Goat throat. Is it goat throat or throat goat?
A throat goat.
Throat goat. Like our good friend Jesse. He's not here today. He's playing a baseball game right now.
Boo.
Boo. Playing baseball games. Just kidding. That's what we do here. How was your week, man? It's been a while, but three motherfucking weeks. A lot of shit has happened. Mother's Day just passed. What, last week?
Yeah, last week, so we were off.
Mother's Day was last week. Fucking.
It's just been chill.
Star Wars Day passed, bro.
Yeah.
Are you a Star Wars fan?
Here and there. Like, I think I'm not like...
Here and there. Elaborate on that, because like,
I think I'm not
either are or you're not.
Do I like the Star Wars shit? Yes, but I'm not a diehard, so that's why I say here or there. Like,
What's your favorite Star Wars movie? Like, if you had to pick one, you can only watch that one. Which one is it?
3. Episode 3.
Episode 3. Is it only for the final battle?
Yeah, pretty much. And then when he kills all the Padawans.
I fuck them kids, man.
That's the one, right? That's 3? I'm just trying to make...
Not the younglings.
But
No,
I think it's just
that's
because
3.
it gives you like a dark, like, side to it. Because I think everybody's like, oh, like, with any movie, I always like a dark twist. Not
Right.
just a sense of like reality in a sense, like in cinematography, I guess. Because like a lot of people always want to be like, oh, nothing bad happens, everybody got up. But no, that's not like
Right.
the storyline in the movie, or like even the following, like when you go through 7 through 9.
Right.
Like obviously there's like, with spoiler alert, there's like no more Jedi pretty much.
Spoiler alert, yeah.
So it's just one of those.
No more Jedis, guys.
So right, there is, but it isn't. Like it is what it is. But I think 3 because of that, and then
Yeah.
because
Episode 8 is literally called The Last Jedi.
Yeah, I know, but is he though?
No.
Right,
Not
like
at
he's
all.
not really one in a sense because he left. Well, there was no order
Right.
left, and then technically he left.
So what you're saying is there's got to be a Jedi Order in order for there to be Jedi.
Yeah, there has to be a Sunday
Jedi
League
Knights,
to be
yeah.
a Sunday Leaguer. Can't just be a slap dick on Sundays.
Touche.
Yeah.
I like that. Did you just put Sunday Leaguers and Jedi Knights in the same
I'm
sentence?
just saying, you both swing.
We both be swinging big sticks. You know, some of us swing bong bats. You've never swung a bong bat, right?
No, not in game.
Not in game. I almost won one today. I didn't.
It wouldn't have made a difference.
Shout out to our good friends, the Gators, the IE Gators,
Yeah.
the real IE Gators. Follow our Instagram. It's dead.
Yeah. We've been lagging.
Been lagging. Mostly me because, yeah. Pictures incoming because our good friend Javi, he came out and took some pictures of us today.
Yeah, shout out Javi.
Took some pictures of us in our loss today. We lost 12-6 to our good friends, the Expos, the SoCal Expos of the fucking best league in all of SoCal.
Yeah, they played well.
They played well. They hit balls very hard. Faced our good friend Santa. I'm gonna call him Santa Claus. Our good friend Santa Claus. My friend Adam. He started through what 5 or 6 innings. I think it was
6.
I think it was 5.
I might have been 5. I don't know.
I think it was 5 because we played 7. You could look at the game changer. I don't know. Our game changer's on the video. It's up there.
Yeah.
You want to go look at
It might be locked if you don't have the premium.
We don't. It's locked for us because we don't have the premium, dude. Because not that we're poor,
We just don't
but we
wanna-
choose not to pay for it.
Yeah, it's like just weird.
Yeah,
Like, why pay for it?
yeah, definitely. You do anything for Mother's Day? I know your mom's kind of passed on. You know.
As I give you a menacing look.
Yeah, you gave me a dirty look. It wasn't dirty, but it was
Nah.
like, hey, why you bringing up my mom, bro?
Nah, not like that.
You know, well, for you.
Well,
like,
if people who hang around me know that I also have a very dark humor type of side to
for
me.
sure, yeah.
So sometimes I bait people into saying something. I'm like, must be nice.
You didn't bait me into that,
No,
bro.
I just visited her gravesite,
Yeah.
dropped flowers off. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
It just
That's
like,
what's up, man.
what'd you do?
Well, my mother-in-law's passed away. My mother-in-law. So, you know, wife wanted to go do hang out at her grave for a little bit, clean it up and all that stuff, leave some flowers.
Some
And
maintenance, yeah.
we hung out for a little while, and then for my wife on behalf of my daughters, because my wife's not my mom, right? Some would argue that she might be. You know, we did some stuff. We just kind of hung out all day, and for my mom, I just got her a card. Got her a little gift card and a gift card type of shit. Like,
Yeah.
she's kind of doing her own shit with her boyfriend. You know, it's fucking weird for me to say, right?
Yeah. It's,
You know, because like Father's Day's coming up, and like my dad's passed away, so I was like, it's probably gonna be a little weird.
yeah, it's the same thing with my dad.
You
Because
know.
he's like, he has a girlfriend. And I'm just like,
it's
like,
like we're brothers, bro.
but no, just that shit's funny because I think like my temperament and my personality, like even my dad's kind of like always like, you can't be an asshole, Frank. You can't be a dick, like, and all this shit. So it was like funny when he was like, you can't be mean to my girlfriend because I know how you are. I'm like, why the fuck would I be mean to your girlfriend? Like I'm some 10-year-old little boy with the new mom.
Damn. Yeah, for real.
That's just funny to me.
Yeah. Dude, I have this there's this new feature on the MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
You can connect your phone to it. And it can mirror. It can mirror your like your phone. Like I'm holding my phone right here, right? But like as you can see, like my screen is blank.
Locked, yeah.
But I can see my phone on my computer screen. You know, so it's rather interesting for me because like
Something new, something to try out.
yeah.
And since you're such a boomer, you're like not used to good technology.
Yeah.
Technology.
Well, it's because I updated the MacBook. it said click here to update, so I was like, okay.
Well, you should update your device because a lot of people.
You're a tech poppy. Like, what why should people update their shit?
Because there's like patches and stuff in it. Like, and if you don't know what a patch is, it's pretty much just like
Yeah, what's a patch?
pretty much like if there's like outdated like certain software becomes outdated and becomes vulnerable to like cyber attacks and certain things like that. So if you're obviously working on something that's outdated, like it's more vulnerable,
Right.
just because there's certain things built into your device that are supposed to help keep it protected and stuff like that and make it work properly.
Can something be so old that it's invulnerable?
No, because even then, when you think about certain things like infrastructure, like in government and stuff
Could
like that,
dial-up be invulnerable?
nah, you could probably still do crazy shit. Probably
But
easier.
I would. What if nobody's thinking about dial-up, and in a sense, it could be invulnerable.
Technically, if nobody's
But
using
the gamble is like, is anyone really thinking about?
I don't
this?
think anybody uses dial-up anymore. I could be wrong. Probably like
I'm pretty sure dial-up is no longer in existence.
Well, shit, up to like a few years ago, you know what they were doing? They were doing a certain type of satellite internet shit where you like got a little dish and like kind of like that Netlink shit that they put out now, where you just buy this little box and it communicates, and you can be in the middle of fucking nowhere, wherever.
Interesting.
Whatever the fuck the name of it is, I can't remember. I'm not too well versed in it.
Right. As a tech poppy, you would think.
Yeah, but there's so much of that shit, bro, and I don't want to go home from work just to learn more about other shit sometimes. So there's things that do escape me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just that's the reason for updates. I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to update it. But when your computer starts running like shit and certain things aren't playing, or like, because I know a lot of people stream and do stuff, or what, they're on YouTube on their shit during work. If just stupid shit like that will make shit crash. It's the dumbest shit. You think like it's insignificant and like you don't need to do it, but it's probably best, and it makes your computer better. But obviously, as your device also becomes outdated, like certain updates ain't gonna help your shit. Probably kill it faster.
Do you work with a lot of Apple?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Oh, okay. So Apple's more for like a mainstream user, you could say.
Yes and no, because there's like, I think people that work professionally, like in graphic design and stuff like that. Like for the longest time, people said like any Apple product really is like king with like Photoshop and stuff like that. It's a lot easier to work with. So it's like give or take, and that's preference too. It's like anything.
Definitely, man. Technology allows us to do shit like record this podcast. You know, I use my MacBook Pro.
Technology.
I want to say it has an M1 chip. I got it in 2020, 2019.
So it's not that outdated.
It's not too outdated. Like this motherfucker is
still hauling ass.
It puts in work for sure. I have every single bit of audio that's ever been recorded on this podcast. Like,
as you say, that shit burns out.
Yeah, dude. Like, it's funny. There's been times where I've like accidentally deleted a piece of audio, and not knowing how we use GarageBand, right? So not knowing how GarageBand works, it was an easy like I click on the edit tab, and it just says undo, I could just do like the undo delete or whatever, and it would just bring it back. However, there was one week where I completely lost audio. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I did this whole fucking search. I was able to find the audio in the memory bank of the computer, and I just plugged it back in. And I like resalvaged the whole podcast. It was like a 3-hour pod, dude. And I was like, oh fuck,
just delete that shit.
Imagine, dude, just like talking for 3 hours and then it just didn't actually happen.
3 hours, because a lot of time it's like the warm up. You're kind of like shooting this shit before.
Yeah,
depending on the day. Sometimes you do roll right into it, but there's other times where you're still getting to the mix or starting to like get shit. So imagine like 5 hours of your day just gone because you fucked up. No, for sure, man. We shot the shit today. IE Gators played against SoCal Expos. Our good friend Adam Santa Cruz and crew. Yeah. He hit me up earlier in the week. He's like, "Hey, bro," because we've been playing each other for the last 3 weeks, right? Rainouts, Mother's Day, holidays, all that good stuff. We've just been waiting.
We've just been waiting to play, you know, because fuck. And he hit me up and he's like, "Hey, bro, want to bet a couple of beers?" I was like, "Yeah, you got it." You know, so we played our game. We lost. So, guess what, Frank? I owed a couple of beers, bro.
That's fair, though.
That's fair.
A couple beers ain't bad.
A couple beers ain't bad, man. He was like, beers on the loser. So I was like, all right, fine, for sure. Like, I'm in. Let's do it. And I'm not one to propose bets. But when a bet's put on my table, I'm like...
It's a friendly wager more than it is
friendly wager, you know, like, we all live in the same world, right?
Yeah.
Adam Santa Cruz, fucking daddy's closer.
Yeah.
Dude's nasty. Especially when he's like...
We do abuse him a little bit, according to him.
We abuse him like a dirty little whore. We met some of his dirty little whore friends from the SoCal Expos. They beat our ass today, 12-6.
Yeah. They played well.
Shout out Logan, Eric. Shout out Logan, Aaron, and Jacob.
Nice.
From SoCal. Yeah, I'm over here kind of buzzed.
It was a pleasure.
I said Eric. I'm stupid. Our catcher's Eric. Shout out Eric too.
Yeah.
Our catcher.
Shout
But
out Eric.
yeah, shout out to the boys, man. We had a couple of beers at good old September's. It's a good time, bro. It was a good time. I
Yeah,
was like,
chill, laid back.
you guys are fucking cool. You know, I was a little distracted though. I was kind of like trying to keep up with some of this Sunday League shit. But yeah, good guys, man. They all fucking they played good ball. They raked, got our asses beat.
Yeah, they put the ball in play a lot, and like a lot of those balls were
the
like
ball
hit
hard.
Yeah,
They hit the ball hard.
Pause.
Good, good team, man. We were both 4-4, so they moved up in the
One
standings.
of us is 4 and 5, and the other one.
We've moved down. I think we're sitting in 7th place. We're still in playoff contention. You know, so that's a plus.
It's the league's tough this year, so we'll see how it ends.
No, we play in the fucking best league, dude. Nobody can argue with me. Like when any team can beat any team in the division,
yeah,
yeah,
it's just
that's
tough.
when you know.
Yeah.
You could get other leagues where like the top 3 teams are like pretty fucking good, but you know that the bottom 3 teams ain't gonna beat them. It's just not gonna happen.
Shit, the bottom 9 sometimes.
Yeah, man. It's we play in a fun league. We get the best bang for our buck. I would argue.
No, for sure. It's just tough, you know what I mean? And then even the next 3 games, no slouches. Like at all.
Definitely not, man. I think we have left. We got the NY Yankees
Yes,
left
sir.
with the IE Regulators.
Yes,
left.
sir.
And then we play the SoCal Royals in our final game.
Yeah.
Just because the way our league is set up, we play. Our first game is also our last game.
Yeah. Just because obviously a number of teams.
Yeah, it's if we had the same amount of if we had 13 teams, then somebody's gonna have a bye week.
Yeah.
You know, imagine being the bye week team on a weekend like today. Like if you would have had today as a bye week, you would have played like a month ago.
Yeah.
Your last game would have been a month ago. And it's funny enough, dude, because last night kind of drizzled, and we were like, "Are we gonna play?"
Yeah, a lot of people were asking me. We were like, "Are we still playing?"
We were like, "Oh my God, Jesus, can we like play?" And then we did.
It wasn't bad enough to like because it dried pretty fast. It was a little damp this morning, but nothing crazy.
Dude, I live right down the street from our field, and it was just misty.
Yeah, here it might have not been that bad, but there's other spots. I was in
Right.
Musco yesterday, and it started raining, not super heavy, but enough to like.
It was
make
it was
the
an
ground
annoying
damp.
little
Yeah.
mist.
Yeah,
you know?
probably
Yeah.
more than that. But obviously that accumulation of stuff. can
Yeah,
also fuck the field up.
Definitely. So a couple of things have happened since our last recording, which was I can't put a date on it.
2 weeks ago, no,
3
3?
weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. I can look at the thing. I don't know the date. However, I need your reaction on a couple of things.
What's up?
All right. Where do I start? I guess in kind of in order. Jaren Duran to kill yourself fan comment.
That's wild, bro.
So there was a fan from the Cleveland Indians. Excuse me, the Cleveland Guardians. God. So one of the fans there, he was like, "You should have killed yourself when you had the chance," or some shit like that, right? Not verbatim.
Yeah.
Said it to Jaren Duran, who had expressed in the Netflix Red Sox documentary that he attempted to take his own life. For a fan to say that shit to him, what do you think, Frank? I mean, first of all, I think that fan needs to go kill themselves. Look, dude, I'm gonna say it.
No, go ahead. Go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
say it, bro. I don't wish death upon people.
Yeah.
But that person could go kill themselves, bro. I don't give a fuck.
I think
You can quote Frank. You can quote me, bro. Do the
quote.
fingers. Do the fingers. Do the fingers.
did the fingers. Pause. But
Fucked up comment for this bitch ass fan to say.
I think that's like in my opinion. I think that's when you start dwelling in like the karma based stuff. Like I know sometimes we joke around and people know your humor and stuff like that.
Right.
But that person's like a complete random, and you're saying to somebody who legit has expressed that he's had mental health issues, and certain people throughout their lives do experience like high and low times. So for Jaren Duran to be like, "Hey, like express that," because I think his like message and what he was trying to convey was that like, "Hey, even me, like who people see as a successful ball player. I'm like living the dream, doing all this stuff. Still had thoughts about it because I was just so hard on myself that at one point I thought about taking my life. And he's sharing that with you, and then the first thing you do is you try to weaponize it against them. It's like really like bad karma in a sense, because now you're putting this like real negative energy out there. And when you do shit like that, like it's hard for people to have empathy for you. So if like that guy stepped out of the stadium and somebody beat him to death, and nobody like batted an eye, they're just like whatever, or like somebody just snuck him, and nobody would care. Like if they knew like, oh, that's the guy that said that, like
I wouldn't care.
Yeah, well, and because you have to like have some type of empathy for people. Like I'm not saying like if you don't know people, it's kind of hard to have empathy, but like because sometimes you're just like so disconnected from the event. But as somebody that probably consumed that amount of media to find out that, hey, Jaren Duran tried to do that to himself, and for you to try to weaponize it against him and be like, hey, you should have fucking done that to gain an edge for a team that doesn't even know you exist is like mad wild.
Right.
Because it's like the Cleveland Guardians don't know who that guy is.
Right.
And now that he said that, they want nothing to do with him.
Because banned for life. Yeah. Piece of shit human being.
Yeah. And it's like, and I know we all make mistakes, but for you to sit there and think about saying something to somebody, because it's not like you were in the heat of the moment. Like, it's not like you were engaged with Jaren Duran and we're like having a back and forth and then you said some stupid shit like that. You legitimately just spewed that shit. So you had time to think about it.
Yeah.
You saw him come up. And you had all that time to just be like, you know what, I shouldn't say this. You can think it all you want. But the moment you put it out there, you kind of just like did yourself into like, yeah, it's hurtful. Jaren Duran probably doesn't want to hear that. And then I don't think any human being wants to hear that after like they've been vulnerable and are doing like everything they can to like maybe be like, hey, this is me. This is what happened to me. And even if it's only saves one life, it's once more than none, right? If you impacts one person, I'm pretty sure he would be happy with that because you never know. But for you to say some shit like that, it's fucking wild, dude. Like you're just like wishing bad upon yourself when you put that type of like energy out there. Like it's hard for
karma, bro. Karma's gonna get his ass.
Yeah, and if it doesn't, like cool and everything, you lucked out. But like you're putting shit out there like that, and you're walking around making moves like that. That's fucking mad wild, and like can't imagine that's like a happy human being. So like you almost feel bad for him too, because like you're like such like this is you, bro. This is all you have. Like you're gonna be known forever as the guy that yelled this shit at this dude, and it's like for what? Like for a team that don't know you exist. It always brings me back
for attention.
Yeah, like
it's like who were you doing it for? For yourself?
Yeah, like what did you gain from it?
Absolutely
negative.
Nothing. Yeah, negativity. Like people gonna probably want to kill your dumbass. You know. Well, yeah. Shitty situation though, for sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I think Major League probably handled it like the right way, just banned that for them. And like
MLB, yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure if they know who you are and they banned you, I'm pretty sure other stadiums know.
Yeah.
So like they might not want anything to do like this surrounding area.
Ban this man. There's a whole poster.
Boo this man.
Boo. Imagine going somewhere just getting booed all the time. Would that make you feel bad? You would technically be a villain.
Depending if it's unwarranted. Like if I didn't do anything, people were booing me because of like a misconception, then no. Because I'd be like, okay, you don't even fucking know me.
Yeah. And
there's like, and then depending on the situation, obviously, like if I'm a piece of shit human being and I said something stupid like that, then yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would bother me, but at that point, it's my own fault. But if I'm like innocent of anything they're accusing me of or anything like that, then I'd be like, those are the breaks. You just gotta live on.
Yeah.
Especially if you know you're like free and clear of whatever they're trying to say.
No, 1,000%, man. I feel you. All right. Next thing, let's move on to the
keep them coming.
Keep them coming for real. The White Sox and the Red Sox have recently released some new City Connects. Let's start with the White Sox. They have like a Chicago Bulls style red and black font, pinstripe type of shit with black pants, red jersey.
Yeah, I think it's all black.
I like the red jersey. However, it's kind of basketballish.
I think that was kind of like the point, right? It's like the homage to the city and itself and athletic.
To switch it up, yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's hard. I think the hat I'm not a fan of. I think the hat's like really mid for what they could have gone for.
Let me look up this hat.
Because I can't remember what it looks like exactly, but I just remember thinking like the hat's not it.
Right.
But other than that, the uni's not too bad, and like the homage, so obviously the Bulls and like the dynasty that they had going on in the 90s. Cool. And then like right now, you're just kind of like taking inspiration. I know they're not doing well, but stuff like that always brings the crowds in. Like, and there's still fans out there that love the.
So the hat, it looks like there's are they using the red pinstripe with the black bill?
I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it in a while, but I just remember the hat was something I was just like, it didn't really tie in well with everything else.
Yeah. So the jersey's a red jersey with black sleeves and black pinstripe on the red. There's some white, like obviously white socks on the left sleeve. It looks like, and it says Chicago in like Chicago Bulls font. It's very, very, very similar to a Chicago Bulls jersey basketball team.
Yeah.
For those fools that don't be they only follow baseball.
But it doesn't look bad. I think, like I said, the hat doesn't tie in. I think like if it would have been more like a Cincy style hat, with just all black and red with like just the logo, maybe.
So
because they could have just kept it. Dude, the Sox hat is so iconic that you could have changed. You could change up the jersey. You can change up the look, like the all black, because they did it with the Southside stuff,
right?
And all they did was just, I think like the Sox is a little bit different, but that logo is iconic.
I'm looking at a City Connect hat for this jersey. It's like the crown and all that is red with the black pinstripe.
Yeah.
Black bill on the front. It has a white sock with like wings on it, like a red wing on it. That's the best way I could describe it. I mean, looks like it goes.
Yeah, it's solid. I'm not the biggest fan of the hat. That's in my opinion, right?
Right.
Because I think you could have gone a little bit more basic and still been like hard. I don't think you needed to like take the the style of the uniform and everything and like just bring it onto the hat as well, because it's like the Yankees wear pinstripes, but their like uniform is legit, or their hat is legit solid blue and white.
Right.
So you didn't need. You could have probably done a two-tone color block, just like red and black with like the White Sox logo, like the socks.
Yeah.
Or even thrown it back to like certain years and like it would have still been clean. I think it's just, that's my opinion on it. I just think they did a little bit too much with the hat.
Yeah. It's a good opinion, man. It's a really good opinion.
And then you said the Red Sox one? The Red Sox one's cleaner. It's a lot.
So the Red Sox had kind of like almost in the opposite direction. They had the Fenway green monster green, right?
Yeah.
It's just like it's a very specific color of green. They got the hat is a traditional B, the Boston B, and then it's the color of the green monster itself.
Yeah.
You know, the jersey says Red Sox. It's got the fucking. I'm over here biased as shit. The way I'm describing it. It's got like the same font as like the fucking scoreboard that they manually change and manipulate and all that shit. What are your thoughts on that one, man? Like they use white pants on that one with like a big ass green pinstripe.
Yeah, I actually like that one a lot compared to like their transit system inspired one wasn't bad. Obviously, people were like
the yellow ones.
Yeah,
it wasn't a transit system, dude.
Was it the transit? I thought it was
a marathon. It was Boston Marathon.
Is it Boston
inspired.
Marathon? Oh, I thought it was like the transit system one.
Nah, that one was Boston Marathon inspired. Like the year that the Boston Marathon was bombed. I guess that was the colors of like that specific marathon.
Oh, okay.
And, like if you look at the B, it's also a 13, which is 2013 is the year that bombing took place. Also won the World Series in that year. So like,
I thought it was an homage to the transit. I may be thinking like backwards there. Like I don't know. I was misinformed then, but yeah, like that wasn't bad. But I know it got a lot of hate because they're like, why is it so bright?
Why is it yellow
and all this other stuff and blue? Like those colors aren't even within the realm of like what they usually wear.
Right.
But these new, and honestly, T-shirt on, I didn't mind them. I thought like, unless it's your team and you really have strong feelings about it, like it's just it's a City Connect, really. Right. But supposed to be out there and outlandish, maybe like catch new eyes, see what's going on.
The one I don't like is Colorado's. It's doo-doo.
The green and white one.
The green and white one with the green pants. Like, what is that? And the other one, The other one I didn't like was the Dodgers, those Dodgers one.
I think they could have got a lot more creative with that one.
1,000%.
They just put a little bit of black around the edges and then did Los Dodgers in white.
Trash. And then the hat was stupid. I didn't like the hat.
Yeah, I think they played it safe, hoping that like the Latin community would just take it, and they did. Like they're still gonna rock it, they're still gonna wear it, but
yeah,
as far as like creativity,
yeah, your diehards actually probably hate it
the most.
Yeah,
but then
and it's your casuals that are like, oh, that shit's legit. I'm gonna get one.
I think Los anything, like, so when the Clippers do it or the Lakers,
Los Clippers,
yeah, like
Los Lakers,
yeah, they do like
really,
they do stuff like that.
No
I know
shit.
the Suns do it, like the Phoenix Suns. So
what they're called, the Souls,
Los Suns, I think.
Los Soles.
No, I think they keep the name because obviously the name's the name.
What the fuck is plural for the sun in Spanish? Soles,
I guess.
Soles.
Well, yeah, because there's multiple suns in certain like fucking galaxies.
Yeah,
but it's one of those things, or even like, right? Certain planets have multiple suns.
all right.
But
certain planets have multiple.
No, it's multiple
suns.
moons. It's multiple
moons. Yeah,
that's my fault.
there's planets in Star Wars that have multiple moons.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, Yavin 4 is a moon. No clue.
No clue. That's too nerdy for me. But now going back to like the
Somebody's probably screaming at their headphones right now.
Man, fuck them and their headphones. But you see the new Boston Red Sox one, and I think it goes in trend with what's trendy now. But that's a good thing. They did like homage to the Green Monster, obviously a staple of when you go visit Fenway. And then obviously the renovations that they did to that, like put seats on top of it. But then you get this color blocking that's very in trend. You got these like these colors, like these olive greens, browns, and stuff like that, like mixed in, and it just makes sense. It's a jersey you can wear with anything. Yeah. A hat you can wear with anything. So it's just one of those things where the hat almost looks like one of those special edition, like 25th anniversary, like, type hats that you see that they sell for $60 now, which is crazy. Mm-hmm. But I like them. I think the new Red Sox ones are better than their old ones.
For real, why are hats so goddamn expensive now?
I think
they used to be like $30. The new eras used to be $30. Then they went to $35.
I think it's kind of
45 now, 50.
It's the same thing with sneakers. I think it's like the popularity and like what the market is. I think like number one, you wouldn't get as many variations of hats. Mm-hmm. If they weren't so popular and they wouldn't sell out, right? Because they do have limited runs where, like, I think one year they
and hat people like variety.
No, yeah, like dude, and some people fuck it. Like,
especially if you're like if you just kind of focus on like one little niche. For example, if I was like a Red Sox fan, I'd be like, oh, that Red Sox hat is sick as fuck. But then I'd look for variants, you know, like random variants.
Yeah, and you have a bunch of them. You have the Mother's Day, Father's Day.
Yeah,
you have the broccolis. Which is kind of like funny because you would think like, and that's the first one that came to my mind. But the broccoli, which is brown and like green,
yeah, and
it could be like the colors could be inverted. The bill could be green and the hat be brown. The crown be brown. So just like all these different like variations in color, like
may the crown be brown. Is that what you said?
Or the crown may be brown. Yeah,
the crown may be brown. Yeah, I'm looking at my notes here, and you said may the crown be brown. That's how I heard it anyways. I had a couple of Star Wars themed beers on May the 4th.
Oh, okay.
Because May the 4th be with you.
I think I tried those with you after the fact.
Yeah, so there was a day where you were like, I'm mad, I'm coming over to vent. And you came over and you started venting. And I was like, hey, try one of these Chosen One double hazy IPAs from Mason Ale Works. And it was like a 9.9.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was strong, dude. I was like,
I think we had like 3 beers each, and we're just like,
I think there were 2 there were 4 packs, so we had 2 each.
No, but we had a third beer that we had left over.
Oh fuck, what was it?
Nitro.
There was a Nitros. That's right.
Okay, so real quick, go back. So there are planets within solar systems that do have multiple suns.
Oh really?
And this is just what AI overview goes. Like, maybe you can fact check me, and maybe I'm wrong, and this is something.
I believe you. AI is the smartest thing ever.
But
Shout out Skynet.
But obviously, like AI overview on Google says several exoplanets have been discovered to orbit multiple stars, meaning they have more than one sun. One notable example is Kepler 16b, a gas giant that orbits 2 stars in a binary system, similar to the fictional planet Tatooine in Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Other
I'll
examples
show you a gas giant.
Other examples include Kepler 453b and Kepler 47c, which also orbit 2 stars. Pretty cool.
Oh, it's really. That sounds like it's really, really far away.
Yeah, probably. But it's cool though.
It sounds like it's a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
It's pretty cool though, because then you start looking at it like, damn, there's so much shit out there.
Yeah,
So much information.
Yes, space is scary and the ocean is scary. You don't really,
Both vast.
Yeah, like in layman's terms. Well, not layman's terms. In like, just to simplify it, right?
Yeah. Well, in the grand scheme,
they're vast in the grand scheme of things, bro. Like we ain't shit. We ain't shit. This podcast ain't shit. Baseball ain't shit. There's probably some better sport out there,
bro,
in the universe.
The ocean could swallow you up, and people would be sad for a time.
Fuck the ocean.
But you would soon be forgotten.
Fuck the ocean, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like
you know Godzilla's down there, bro. He's just chilling,
just waiting to come through the rip.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't the Japanese call those monsters the haijus?
Yeah,
Is it haiju?
Yeah, because that's what movie is that with Charlie Hunnam and is it Idris Elba?
Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim's hard.
I actually have not seen Pacific Rim.
It's a good movie, but they pretty much that's kind of like the thing that's like these extraterrestrial beings from like a different universe coming through, like through some type of like rip in the
okay, that's some Godzilla
time
shit.
Space continuum or some shit. I can't remember what it is.
That sounds overly complicated. Fucking, we watched the other day, dude.
Have you seen Godzilla's Day One or whatever it's called?
Godzilla's Day One?
No, Godzilla Day One or some shit. I can't remember what it's called. Let me look.
No.
But it's the Japanese like take on Godzilla. Like it's fucking solid. Bro.
Probably old as shit.
Nah, it's like pretty recent.
Pretty recent.
-1, my bad. It's Godzilla -1. It came out in 2023.
Interesting.
But that shit's hard, bro.
The other day we watched fucking Gladiator 2.
Oh, okay.
It's tied to the first one.
Yeah.
And
I've seen it.
And yeah. Okay. It's solid. I like it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this movie's dope.
It's
like,
a little far fetched, but yeah.
It is a little far fetched, but it's.
Did you figure out what was? I'm not to spoil anything, but did you figure out who like certain people were like right away?
Yeah.
Like
not right away.
I think I was like 20-30 minutes in. I was like, I already know who people were. Like,
yeah.
You could kind of guess it.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I didn't figure out right away, but I was like, oh, okay, that's this person, that's that guy, because it's tied to the first one in a sense. So it was cool.
There's just different characters then you can always evolve the story, like add things and mix things in. And people always leave Easter eggs, so like just in case, like we can pivot from one to another.
Yeah.
So
never know. Denzel Washington's character is a schemy little fuck.
Yeah,
he's a schemy fuck. But I respect it, man. That's what they did back then, I guess.
Well, given the circumstances and what his character went through, you kind of see why. Yeah, he had his ulterior motives.
Yeah, which you don't see right away in the movie.
Yeah.
You don't see right away in the movie, and it's like, oh, as the movie plays on, you're just like, hold on.
Yeah, no,
that's the one.
Yeah.
I don't want to get it. I don't like spoiling shit, man. I know motherfuckers that like spoiling shit. I'm not that guy. I can't do it.
Well, there's a scene without spoiling anything where they flood the Coliseum. Oh. And they're on like ships, and this isn't a commercial, so like I'm not spoiling anything.
Yeah, that's just. My wife had some complaints about that, but proceed.
That really happened. They used to do that. Like,
really?
Not to that effect. Obviously, like, there's certain things that are probably going to be embellished.
Right.
But they had some way of doing that. And I guess it was something, like, I didn't know. Somebody goes, no, that's actually a thing that they used to do. Damn. It wasn't as effective, probably, as, like, what the movie made. Because obviously it's for entertainment purposes. But obviously it's, like, it's a crazy fact, right? Like, they could flood the Coliseum.
For sure, man. I just want to share my last beer from May the 4th.
Go ahead, bro.
So I had that Chosen One, 9.9% Mason Ale Works. The next one that I had was Millennial Falcon.
Oh, okay.
Millennial Falcon, also from Mason Ale Works. Fuck, which I'm not even entirely sure what it was. I think it was like a 0.6.
No, it was pretty strong.
It was like a 6.6, right? Something like
No,
that.
probably stronger than that. It's like
Was it?
7.5 or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was funny enough. Like this one was a little hoppier than the other one. So it just tasted a little stronger. Tasted a little stronger than the other one, the chosen one. Frank, last opinion that I want from you.
Oh, for sure.
Pete
And remember,
Rose.
my opinions don't matter.
Pete Rose
Yeah.
recently dead and recently reinstated into Hall of Fame eligibility.
Yeah.
In
So he'd be on the ballot next year, right?
in MLB. I'm not entirely sure how that's gonna work.
I think they said you're going to put him on the ballot for next year.
Yeah, some shit, but like, I mean, after he dies, bro, like, come on. He's like, ya pa que wey. I think the Hall of Fame is meant for like the Hall of Famers to actually enjoy it.
But I think that's kind
To
of...
give a speech. Like, how do you think his speech would have went?
I think low-key, he kind of did it to himself.
Well, for sure, he shouldn't have been gambling for starters.
Well,
Like,
and not even that. Like, if we delve deeper into, like, the way... And this is kind of like a parallel to another guy that's kind of banned from MLB. Like, shadow banned, I guess. Or, like...
Trevor Bauer.
Yeah, Trevor Bauer. Because you think... And then I tell people... Like, I told people this on my opinion. I was like, the only reason Trevor Bauer's still not playing is because, like, any good lawyer would advise you, shut the fuck up. Stop talking. Stop saying shit.
Right.
And the whole thing with, I think, Pete Rose is that he became enigmatic and, like, problematic.
Right.
Like, fools were trying to reel him in, and he was like, even... Because I think they had him, his lawyer, his estate lawyer or some shit like that. I can't remember. Or his, like, personal lawyer, the one that defended him during some of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or the proceedings, I mean. They're talking about it. He's like, no matter what your opinion on is on him, he should be in the hall because of his accomplishments. Because in baseball, because if you were to go through the hall, you'd probably find something weird about any of those guys that could possibly get them banned.
Right.
Which I'm not saying that's not true or like it's not possible to do that, but at this point, I just think he, instead of just keeping quiet, playing ball with like Major League Baseball, there might have been something that they could have done, and like he could have probably been reinstated during his lifetime. But since he started like kind of like capitalize off of it and like speak ill of like certain people within baseball and like say this and say that, and he just kept fucking having an opinion on everything and why he should be in, and became, like I said, problematic. I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened to Trevor Bauer. Like,
Right.
they just wouldn't shut the fuck up. Like, we get that you think you're innocent, but at the same time, you need to let things play out.
Right.
Because there's a certain perception that people get, and then like the more you bring it up, the more it comes front and center to MLB baseball, and you become more of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, now you got to remember that Major League Baseball also deals with a bunch of sponsors. They deal with a bunch of people.
Self-preservation.
So you got,
Yeah.
well, you got to protect the whole league. It's not who gives a fuck about Trevor Bauer, who gives a fuck about Pete Rose in the grand scheme of things.
Well, the fans do.
They do, but like, who the fuck cares? Like, there's a lot of people within baseball that are like, dude, who cares? Like, he fucked up, he cheated, like, or he like gambled, not cheated, but he gambled on the sport knowing that he shouldn't. Like, why the fuck should they let him in? There's an opposing argument, opposing side to that.
And I agree with you on that. It's like, well, you were playing under certain, like, you had to abide under a certain set of rules. Why the fuck didn't you? Like, you knew exactly what you were doing. You know,
and
like,
you got caught doing
and
it.
You got caught and you weren't sorry till later. Like,
Yeah.
you know, make it make sense.
And
so if they don't let him into the Hall of Fame, like, honestly, dude, it doesn't affect my life. I don't give a shit.
Well, I think there's
whether they do or not.
I think there's a couple of speed sport writers. I'm not sure if homeboy from Fair Territory, I can't remember his name right now. But he's the other guy that comes on to Foul Territory, but he does his own thing called Fair Territory, I think. What's his name? But anyways, he was saying that like he wouldn't vote, or it might have been him or somebody else that said that they wouldn't vote for him because of the fact that whether they like it or not, he was more of a detriment to the game in the long run. Like, he had his accomplishments, he played well, but in the long run, he was more of a detriment to himself and the game.
Yeah.
Because he just brought it too much negative attention. And then, like, obviously, the argument's also there for, like, the steroid era, right? Like, those guys shouldn't get in because they quote-unquote cheated.
Mm-hmm.
But those were the most electric years of baseball. Like, watching the home run race between Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire.
Yeah, the shit was dope as fuck.
The Bash brothers going crazy in Oakland.
Yeah.
You had fucking Rafael Palmeiro in Texas. Probably Juan Gonzalez in Texas, too. Like...
Just recently pulled an autograph from Juan Gonzalez.
And it's...
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice card. But yeah, you just have all these other things, like... that I think people overlook. Well, he's the greatest like hitter of all time. He had this many hits. Yeah, I get that. But if he would have killed somebody or done something like that would have took him out, like it's a little bit more clear cut case. Like, oh, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Or if he did a certain type of crime that's like bad across the board, like people wouldn't have that argument either, no matter how good of an athlete. Like, what's that fool's name? Ty Cobb, racist, womanizer, like
racist womanizer,
like whatever, like whatever you want, dirty player, like
right?
All these arguments, but was he still fucking really good at baseball?
He was good at baseball
for the era. Fuck yeah. Like maybe for like if you put him in the future, like that was probably booty cheeks. But for the time that he played,
right,
his numbers were unprecedented
for sure.
And like he played well enough to make it in throughout his career. Should he be in? I don't know.
Right.
Because technically speaking,
that's up to the people in their time.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the whole thing with Pete Rose, where it's like, bro, you violated the rules. They thought that you may have like done something that could have impacted games, even though people say they didn't.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is like, it's up for interpretation. And I think that's where like, if your opinion is he should get in, that's cool. Like he is one of the greatest like hitters of all time and played ball really well. But at the same time, it's like if he violated those rules, knowing that there would be repercussions for that shit, it is what it is. Like I know some people say, well, he did his time. Like it's baseball, dog. Like if he doesn't get in, who cares? It doesn't change who he was or what he did. People still arguably still think that you just want baseball to give you a plaque and say you were. I think that's where your ego starts to come in and be like, no, I want to be enshrined forever so nobody ever forgets who I am.
Right.
So it's kind of like one of those things. It doesn't do anything for baseball. It doesn't like improve the game or make anybody happy other than maybe his family and like a couple other people that are like fans of him. But as far as like bring the game forward and do certain things, nah, dog. It's like a black eye on baseball's history.
Yeah.
It's nothing like, it's not going to change the game forever, like in a positive way, like some of this other shit.
Yeah.
Like Ohtani hits 500 home runs in Major League Baseball and pitches and like has a good career pitching wise, propels the game forward, shows a lot of kids you can do both, do all this other shit. Might have more Shoheis, more stuff like that type of thing.
Which I think a lot of players are capable of that shit, doing the two-way thing.
Yeah.
We see it all the time in Sunday Ball.
Well, Caglione I don't think he's pitching anymore, but that dude was pretty solid. He just didn't have, I think, the desired control.
That's what she said. Oh, fuck. That's fucking awesome. All right, man. With that, I'm going to hit you with a cup check because I got to pee. We'll be back.
Do something, mate. Oh, yeah. Time him at least.
Give me your watch.
Could be a record. That counts. How long? I ain't gonna ask again.
Shut up, Doris.
Keep doing it. Hey, May, how long?
Doris. Boy, that was some good peeing.
And we're back. Frank, that piss I just took right now, it was exactly as you heard that piss from a League of Their Own.
Nice.
I just stood there and just kept pissing. I was like, fuck. Pissing is orgasmic, bro. Like if you hold it, weird choice of words, right? But like if you hold it long enough, you're just like fuck, and then you go piss. You're like, oh,
that's a lot of risk, low reward.
Low reward, high risk, low reward. Yeah,
like
sure. I get it.
Because it's just one of the, I fucked that up. But, like, it's one of those things where it's like, you can get to that point where you really need to really go and you force the issue.
Mm.
And then you go pee and it's only good for, like, what? Let's say 15 seconds?
Dude, I went for like a minute straight
All
right now, bro.
So, like, a minute, let's say. The trade-off isn't great. Because at least when you're having sex,
You have sex?
it's pleasurable the whole time through. And then you reach an orgasmic end, which doesn't last that long. Like
A few seconds.
yeah. And you know what I mean? And then your partner probably didn't get off because, you know, most people's lame as fuck.
Well, you gotta make sure the partner gets off first.
No,
and
see,
then-
that's what I
and,
mean.
And then you just go ham.
Just start hammering away.
How's that dude say? Long dick style or whatever the fuck.
That's just funny, dog.
Dude, yeah. Some of this shit on the internet these days it just trips me out. I'm like, how did they come up with that? You just can't walk up to somebody and be like, I'm here to fuck somebody's wife.
It's
Like, you
Tyrone,
can't-
right? Or
Yeah,
some shit like-
Tyrone or whatever the fuck. You just can't say that to people, bro. Like, you gotta be ready to get shot. he said that to the wrong dude. Like, he's gonna get.
Well, I think
shot.
there's been incidents where, like, dudes bigger than him, like, we're like, what the fuck?
right.
Because he was, like, buff. But that don't mean shit. And to be honest, nobody's bulletproof.
No, definitely not. Just the FBI agents that monitor our group chats.
Yeah. All that shit.
Definitely, man. Quick shout out. I have a quick shout out, Frank.
Fuck
Do
shout
you have
out.
any shout outs? You never shout anyone out. Do you have any
Just fuck
shout outs?
everybody, bro.
Because I want to shout out everyone. Fuck you from Frank.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's funny.
Why should I shout you out?
Because
Who should I shout out?
you should shout out the Eugene Men's League Phillies out in Eugene, Oregon.
That's cool. I
Huge
didn't-
shout out to them.
They got a Summer League out there?
They got a Sunday
That's
League out in
dope.
Oregon. They got some ballers.
No, for sure they probably do.
Yeah. Let's get a tournament team out to one of these tournaments over here.
Fucking random.
Honestly, ideally, it would make sense for them to do.
Like Denver, no?
No. If you're talking 4th of July, the Northern California firecracker, like
Where's
for
it
us.
at?
Oh, where's it at specifically?
Like, where, like, what cities host it? Like, do they do multiple cities? Do they host it at one center? Like,
That is a damn good question. Now I'm curious because I have no fucking clue.
plus you're stupid, so. that doesn't
Yeah, I'm really stupid, bro. I'm like the stupidest person on the planet. I'm also really good at stalling. However, I cannot find the exact. Let me see. Where's tournament results? I'm looking at the 4th of July, 2025 Northern California Firecracker, which will take place on July 4th through July 6th. Let me see. Past tournament results, Frank. This is where you find the locations. That's how I do it, anyways. They had one bracket. They had the 18 wood.
Okay.
Last year's champs were the Redwoods.
Okay.
The Redwoods.
Strong name.
They had a tournament pool bracket of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 teams. So they had a 10-team bracket.
Okay.
The Say Hey Kids went 3-0. The Redwoods went 3-0, and the Muffins went 3-0.
Muffins is crazy.
Yeah. So, let me see. It looks like it's a San Jose area.
Oh, okay.
San Jose area, Sea Cloud Park, San Leandro Park. Let me see. Powell Stadium. Yeah, that's all in San Jose. That's San Jose Naba. So there you go, Frank. You have your answer. The San Jose Naba area.
Yeah, it would kind of make sense. Still kind of far for them, but nothing crazy.
It is kind of far for them, but like a fucking plane flight from Eugene, Oregon, to San Jose.
They might have to
maybe
fly out of Portland, no?
maybe like a 30-minute flight.
Yeah, but I
Like
think
if
they
they
wouldn't
do-
fly out of Eugene. I'm not sure if there's flights out of Eugene.
Uh-huh.
But Portland would probably be the next major.
Right. I guess the question is, how far is Portland from
Eugene.
Eugene?
It's 2 hours.
How do you know that?
Because I went to Autzen Stadium one time with the homie.
To what stadium?
Autzen Field or Stadium? Yeah. Like,
Autzen.
Yeah. I think that's how you pronounce it. But pretty much it's where the Oregon Ducks play.
Got it.
It's cool, though, because their football stadium,
Mm-hmm.
it's right here. And their baseball stadium, like, neighbors on the right-hand side.
Where is it?
Right here.
Yeah, it's big.
It's pretty big. It's a nice field. It's a nice area.
Definitely, man. They got the firecracker tournament coming up in 4th of July area.
Fuck it, go over there.
However, next week is Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, sir.
Frank. There's a lot of baseball that's going to be played this weekend, particularly in Vegas. I really had to stress that one. Particularly in Vegas.
Particularly.
Yeah. Particularly, I can't fuck up my words, man. Especially like earlier you told me you're like, well, you're the host. So I'm not allowed to fuck up, everybody.
Not at all.
I'm sitting here just like buzz as shit. I'm like, all right, hold it together, dude. Like as you take another sip of your Corona. Beautiful. Memorial Day tournaments next weekend. Frank.
Yes, sir. MSBL.
MSBL. You have the MSBL tournament. You have the NABA tournament.
I think there's even a college tournament going on around the same time too.
Really, in Vegas?
Yeah, I think Big John Lane said something about it
I think that is the week prior.
Is it the week prior? Would it be this week? No,
it would have been yesterday, today.
I thought it was next week because they said Memorial Day, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible.
He can correct us later on.
He'll correct us. He's gonna reach out and be like, "You guys are fucking idiots. This is what I fucking said." He would have
started like that. He'd be like, "What's up, boys? I just want to let you," because he always starts with, "Hey, what's up, boys?"
Yeah,
which I appreciate. You know what I mean?
1000%.
I don't want to be misidentified as anything else.
Why would you be identified as anything else?
You just come on there and be like, "You fucking bitches! Like, you get this shit straight." Nah, Big John Lane's cool.
Yeah,
for the most part.
I fucks heavy with our good friend Big John Lane, the manager of the SoCal Tropics. All right, I'm going to let's do some Memorial Day tournament predictions, and then we'll do some SOS, and then we'll call it a night.
Nah, for sure.
You cool with that?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with whatever. I'm here for me, not them.
I'm fine. I'm more than happy. All right, let's see. Memorial Day tournaments. Do you want to start with the NABA?
Yes, sir.
Or do you want to start with MSBL?
It don't matter. Let's go with NABA.
You want to go NABA?
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. Let's start from the bottom up, sort of. We'll start at 35s in NABA. 35 Wood A, which is 35 Wood American, and 35 Wood National. Why the fuck do they got two brackets if each bracket has 3 teams?
They should have just made it a 6 one.
They should have just made it a 16 bracket. It would have been way cooler.
Yeah.
Because the A and the N kind of imply talent level.
Yeah.
Like, well, 35 Wood American is better than 35 Wood National.
But how much better?
That indeed is a question. So 35s, Frank. Who do you want to take? You got the Fresno Grizzlies.
Okay.
Tequileros.
Okay.
SoCal Titans.
For sure.
3 teams in the 35 Wood A.
Give me the Grizz.
Give me the Grizz. Okay. All right. I'll watch it. Well, Titans. Fuck it. 35 Wood National. Sonora. SoCal Angels. Cañeros. Oh, Cañeros. Okay. I'll take Sonora.
For obvious reasons.
Sonora. Yeah, because our good friend Jesse plays for that specific team. Sonora. You're just like, what?
Fuck Jesse.
For real, you ain't lying, bro. Standing. No, I don't have standing check on that one. So yeah, that tournament should be interesting. Who do you want? Who are you taking
For what?
for that bracket?
Which bracket?
The one I just said, man.
I said Cañeros.
Oh, you said Cañeros?
Yeah, that's you're fucking over here falling asleep, bruh.
Nah, bruh. I ain't falling asleep, bruh. Fucking guy. Let's get my phone's spazzing out. Okay. So you took the Cañeros in the 35 wood national.
Yeah, and you took Sonora, right?
I took Sonora. All right. 35 wood American. Fresno Grizzlies.
We already picked.
Titans. Okay. I'm just trying to refresh. Let's go to the next bracket.
For sure.
Frank. The only ones that matter to me, anyways. We have, I think this is is this an 18 team?
What?
This is, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. A 13 team bracket? Does that sound right to you?
13 team?
13 teams.
I'm not sure. I'm not looking at it, but it's possible.
Oh my god, dude. So the Turning Machine app
It's tripping, huh?
is tripping, man. These motherfuckers hit you with commercial after commercial after commercial. And it's like, hey bro, like I'm just trying to look at some numbers like
real quick.
Numbers properly organized. Like that's all I want to look at, man. Okay, let's see here. If I can get this to work. Close. 18 Wood American, Frank.
Let's go.
I'm about to read off a fuckload of names. Ready? Central Valley Giants. Colt 45s. Deportivo San Isidro.
Okay.
El Chuco.
Okay.
Flow State.
Okay.
Honolulu Outlaws.
Okay.
Los Rojos.
Okay.
Mud Boys.
Okay.
NorCal Muffins.
Okay.
Rangers.
Hey, NorCal Muffins have that kid that like does YouTube content too, right? Or like Instagram content. This content's not bad. Content, my bad.
His content is really not that bad.
Sound like I was saying cotton.
Yeah. Yeah, he plays for the NorCal Muffins.
That's funny.
All right, next one. Rangers. I don't know if they're from Texas or not, but the Diablos are from San Fernando Valley.
Okay.
So shout out to them for entering this tournament. San Diego Marlins.
Okay.
Okay. San Diego War Dogs.
Okay.
San Diego Wombats.
Okay.
Okay. Sin City Boys. Okay.
All right.
SoCal Cucuys.
Okay.
SoCal Sharks.
Okay.
Last one in this division, the Yankees. And this is not
FBL?
This is, I'm not sure if it's an FBL Yankees, but it's not the FBL Yankees that plays in our division.
Okay.
Definitely not. So who you want? You're like, give me the NorCal Muffins.
Yeah, give me NorCal Muffins. I like that kid's content.
Okay. Let me see. Give me the San Diego Wombats, bro.
The Wombats.
Give me the Wombats.
Solid choice.
But I got the Wombats in the championship against Los Rojos.
I don't even think Los Rojos sniff.
You don't think they sniff it?
No, they don't even think they can hear it.
Interesting.
They're a new team, right?
They're
They're fairly new.
They're new to tournament ball, for sure. Some of our good friends out in the valley are with these teams. So,
No, they may have a shot, but I'll take the Muffins.
let me see here. So we just went over the 18 Wood American, 18 Wood National, Rookie National. It's a lot shorter of a list, Frank.
For sure.
So bear with me. Central Coast Cage Monkeys,
All right.
EC Royals,
Got it.
Kern County Stars,
Okay.
Coras,
Mm-hmm.
Mezcales,
Okay.
Mezcal, and then SoCal Owls. What's the choice? Frank sucks. No?
Repeat the first two, three.
Central Coast Cage Monkeys, EC Royals, Kern County Stars. We've played the Royals and we've played the Stars.
Give me the Kern County Stars.
Okay.
I think that's what I want to go with.
You got the Kern County Stars?
Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice. I'm going to take the EC Royals in this one.
It's a pretty good matchup. I think they played each other before, or multiple times, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the 18 Open. Frank. 4 teams. So underwhelming for Vegas. You have Obregon, Paramount Pirates, SoCal Titans, Tijuana.
That's 18 Open?
18 Open, yeah.
Go over the names again. Tijuana.
Tijuana, SoCal Titans, Paramount Pirates, Obregon.
Give me Obregon.
Okay. Give me Tijuana, bro.
Nice.
I like Tijuana. I like it a lot. They make good tacos. Okay, that was the NABA Las Vegas Memorial Day weekend a tour.
A rookie having 13 teams is crazy.
Right? It's insane. However, we have MSBL Las Vegas Open 2025. I believe this is it's an 18 and over. Right? It's not NABA, obviously.
Yeah.
18 and over. You have the Antelope Valley Phillies, California Phillies, the Las Vegas Honey Badgers, the Las Vegas Mastiffs, Frank. You also have Team USA.
Okay.
That will be going up against your dumbass on the Jose Moonshots.
Not me. I'll be sitting on the bench just chilling.
So Frank's over
watching
here.
the homies play.
Frank's over here trying to make a name for himself out in Sunday leagues.
And that must be...
well, I mean, this is tournament ball, so it's not really a tournament team, but you have a point.
Such a doodle head ass or bald head ass motherfucker.
Oh, dude, I'm not bald, bro.
Well, yeah,
I'm not bald. You can look at my hair. You're the one wearing a headband.
Yeah, you're bald headed.
I'm not bald, bro.
And I have
Stop it with your fucking bullshit, dick. All right, what do you got?
Moonshots like that.
Moonshots. Let's go, baby. Look, dude, if you guys don't fucking win, I'm going to be really
Don't tell me
pissed.
what we should fucking do, bro.
Well, that's what you should do.
You should shut up.
You should just
Don't
fucking,
jinx us with your bullshit.
You shut up and do it. You picked you first. I didn't pick you. I didn't pick you first. So
I'm gonna go with my guys.
As you should. A lot of our associates. A lot of our associates don't go with their guys. Does that make sense?
I think when it's obvious that you're just gonna stop, that's probably why they don't go with their guys.
Yeah.
They're like, we love you, but we don't want to be affiliated with this ass whooping you're gonna get.
1,000%, man. They also have excuse me, MSBL also has another bracket.
Do they have another bracket?
They have another bracket. 35 and over.
Oh, well, yeah. I thought you meant like, I don't know why. I thought.
This bracket looks a lot more loaded.
Interesting.
You have the Amigos de East Bay.
Friends of East Bay?
Friends of East Bay, yeah. Amigos de East Bay? Did I just say that?
Yeah, Amigos de East Bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Las Vegas Senators.
Okay.
NorCal Brew Crew.
Okay.
San Diego Knights.
Okay.
Team West Coast.
Okay.
Let me see here. Bakersfield Heat. Des Moines Bruins. Montebello Angels, who win it every year. San Diego Snipers. And then the Santa Clara Broncos. Hey, pick one, bro.
Amigos de East Bay.
Amigos de East Bay. Okay.
I'm going with the underdog.
Okay, give me the Montebello Angels.
They win it every year.
They win.
Safe ass pick.
It's a safe pick. You could have picked it. You picked first.
Yeah.
Touche. Okay, so we got our predictions. You're going to Vegas with the Moonshots.
Yes, sir.
OC Moonshots. What do you want to get out of your first out of town tournament as an adult? You've probably played tournaments out of town as a youngster.
For sure.
But as an adult, like, you got some shit that you got to manage. first of all, you gotta get yourself out there. You gotta collect all your fucking gear. You gotta take some clothes and all the bullshit.
Well, shit, yeah.
You gotta make sure you got somewhere to stay.
No,
right?
for sure.
Aside from that, the everyday shit, what kind of challenges do you predict will be placed upon you?
Well, which one do you want me to answer first? Because you said, what are you trying to get out of the experience?
Mm-hmm.
And then what challenges am I going to face?
Yeah.
Or
both.
do I think like I'm going to face?
Give me your what you think you're gonna face first. Like,
all right, I don't know. I think it's probably just scheduling stuff like that, and obviously just the heat.
mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's gonna probably be fucking hot as shit. It's Vegas. Hopefully, it's not too bad, but just hydrating and all that stuff, and then just getting all your shit out there. Because I think I'm gonna pack a couple days before and just make sure I have everything, get everything together, see what's up. And it's not like I have a gang of stuff that I have to worry about, but
is your priority like your baseball gear?
Nah.
Obviously, you can't play baseball without your baseball gear.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. But I think as long as I have it ready, it's not really like a priority because I feel like it should be really straightforward. Just cleats, pants, jersey, and like any other like accessories that you may need, like
muscle ache creams.
Yeah, just like stuff like that. Elbow guard,
Bengay
helmets. Yeah. So you just want to make sure you have all your stuff like already grouped. I think that's be pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward. It's not like you can get it confused and just making sure it gets in the car.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to end up having a double back for some bullshit.
Are you a big Bengay guy?
Not really. I don't use stuff like that.
What is that?
Just don't really use it.
I
want to live through the pain. I want to feel again.
You want to feel again?
Mm.
Okay, Pat.
But
what do you want to get out of the tournament, bro? Like again, it's like one of your first out of town tournaments. Like it's a.
I think I'm just trying to rock with the homies.
Bit of a staycation.
Yeah, because I'm like I planned it ahead, so I'll be there Thursday, and we don't play until Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really have high expectations in the sense of like, what's the best way to phrase this without sounding like an asshole? I think my expectations are low in the sense that, like, we're gonna be playing ball and all that, and I'm there more for the vibes. I want to win and I want to compete, but I'm also
don't you want to bring back some hardware?
Not for sure, but I think it's more in the sense of like, I'm out there to compete and I can only control what I can control. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, it's like I'm gonna try to do my best to contribute to the team and be a team guy. Like, obviously, it's 3 games over 2 days, and then if you advance, it's another 2 games. So you probably get 5 max if you win the semi and go into the championship, which is a lot of games to, like, be a part of in, 3 days?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those things where, like, I just want to get, like, a fun experience, vibe out, and obviously and it just kind of sounds very cliche, like, I just want to vibe out with Tom. It's, like you said, it's my first out-of-town tournament. It's my first one with the Moonshots. I know a couple of you guys like did the Irvine one with them. Can't remember which one it was, but you guys did one in Irvine with them.
MSBL beat the Heat.
Yeah. So it was. I think that's dope, and I think it's just getting out there and trying to get as much baseball in as you can before you probably hang this shit up because your body's starting to catch up to it. You don't get the same amount of reps that you did before. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, you can go outside and hit in the backyard. You go to cages. You can do all that stuff. I'm not saying you can't, but also a lot of these guys that you're competing against, a lot of these guys that also are all your teammates, you're not getting the same amount of reps that you did, like whether you were in high school or in college, and it was an everyday thing. So I'm just trying to get as much baseball in as I can and like make it enjoyable, but also main priority is to win.
Yeah.
Because winning's fun and you want to bring something back. You want something to show for it.
Winning's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. All right. In an effort, Frank, to keep this shit rolling as short as possible, because we've had an interesting day ourselves. I got SOS that was requested 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Requested 2 weeks ago. Some came up, couldn't record the pod, and then the week after that was Mother's Day, which was last week.
Yeah.
If I want to die, I'll record a podcast on Mother's Day.
Or her birthday.
Or her birthday. But I ain't trying to die, you know?
Not for sure.
Living's cool. Hey, Bruce, living's cool. Do you know what that's from?
Beavis and Butthead, no?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you a real one.
Well, you
real
said
one.
Beavis like right away too.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Yeah, you know the Corona extras are making me feel a little
Starting to
extra.
kick
right
in,
now.
yeah.
Dude, I've
You had quite a few though. I was
I-
teasing earlier, but
I've been feeling this shit.
I think it's a combination of like being. It's been a short but long day so far.
Well, man, like I fucking woke up at 4 in the morning.
Oh yeah.
I woke up at 4 in the morning. Night prior, I ate a fuckload of tacos, bro. Shout out Don Peters. Don Peters.
You really sure you want to shout him out about
Yeah, I want to shout them out for their carne asada that was fucking bomb.
gas?
But god damn, it made me shit.
I,
I think it was the salsa that made me shit, bro. Cause like, ain't no way. Like, I cooked the fuck out
you
of
got
that meat.
IBS or what?
I wouldn't say I have IBS. I shit often, but IBS I don't think is in my
Like wheelhouse.
in my wheelhouse. Yeah, it's a good way to put it. I had a homie. We had a homie that my wife and I had a homie that he would brag about his IBS and like he constantly like would get up and just like go shit.
Can you really brag about shit like that?
Well, I felt like he was bragging about it,
He just-
but at the same time, it's like, well, were you trying to just get away from us, bro?
Yeah,
You
that or
bitch
maybe,
ass.
maybe he's looking for sympathy, like
Right.
hoping to get something out of that.
Yeah, man. I don't know how that works, but I'm not the sympathy looking type. You know. All right. Let's get into these SOSs, dog. I'm gonna let you react to all this shit. Ready?
For sure, go.
All right. From our good friend Josh Kirsch_37, all the way from Kansas City. He says the Kansas City Monarchs are confirmed for the 25s Arizona #cock talk. You got anything on some cock talk?
Not right now.
All right now.
Not right now, but shit. Looking forward to seeing them out there. I think it's an opposing weekend though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's a different weekend. Never mind then. But we'll go look to them. I know it's on a different weekend than the 18th.
Yeah, I think they play the week after because we're gonna be out there the week prior.
Yeah.
You know, Sunday League daddies.
God willing.
Let's fucking for real. Yeah, we gotta build that roster still. Holy shit! Please don't nobody ask. I will come to you, or Frank,
No.
or Frank. Frank ain't trying to deal with Joe dumbass. Next one is from Dwayne Yass _who. He plays on the Mayos. He says, "We need more. We need more FBL talk on the pod. Standings, weekend scores, drama, etc. Love the pod." First of all, appreciate the love.
No, for sure. But has he not been listening? Like, are you a new listener? Welcome, new listeners. You know what I mean?
Well, hey, there you go, Frank. Now,
But
you get it.
it's one of those things where, we'll get to it, but it also has to be like something worth talking about. And then like the standings right now, like Miles are top dogs right now within the FBO, right? Like if you want to do more of a in-depth league by league standings, you've come to the wrong place. We've tried and failed.
Well, I would say consistency has failed.
Well, even then it's a failure. Like I know a lot of people were like saying that, oh, hey, the algorithm, this is all wrong. We deserve this.
Yeah.
Then you got to understand, some of you fools have 2 good teams in one league,
Yeah.
and then the 8 other teams in your division suck,
Mm.
for a lack of better terms, and then your numbers are inflated, and you want to go up against some of these killers that every weekend compete against similar like competition levels on a more elite, like, what's the best way to phrase this? I kind of fucked it up. You go up against these leagues and you want to be ranked amongst them, but they have their competition and like level of competition is on another level. And every team is solid. And like, I know sometimes the records may be deceiving because some teams are like barely over 500, but they're going into competitive games week in and week out, while there's times where other teams are going into like very favorable matchups for like a few weeks and then finally facing a tough team. So it just kind of like, that's where like the failure comes in. The algorithm's a little bit skewed, and if we ever decided to go back and touch base on it, a lot of people would be upset, and I think it's not worth the hassle because people live and are delusional.
That's a good way to put it. I agree with everything you just said.
Like, can we fix it? Sure, we can. But, like, do we want to? Fuck no.
Yeah, do we want to? It's going to take a lot of fucking effort and energy and brain power that we actually want to tap into that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think if he did, like, looking at the standings for each league, you take 1 or 2 teams, maybe 3 teams out of each one, depending on how big the division is. And it'd have to be, and that's where it kind of gets complicated too, because there's certain majors divisions that only have 6 teams.
Right.
Because they're like, well, 6 teams is enough. There shouldn't be any more teams. Everybody else should be below.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have certain, like, leagues that have 12. And I think it's more of like a demand thing. Like, if there's that many teams wanting to play, like, how do you tell them not to? And then if they're all competitive, how do you keep them down in a lower division where they're just running through people? So there's a lot to hash out there, and we probably won't. So
yeah, definitely. All right, I'm gonna move on to the next one.
for sure.
The next one is from Oscar Rodarte. Oh, Ro, previous guest of the show. He said, going to a fucking Angels game and seeing Dodgers jerseys that's at Angel Stadium. Was that clear?
Go ahead, repeat it.
Going to a fucking Angels game and seeing Dodgers jerseys / that's at Angel Stadium.
Well, yeah, that's what he said at first. That he was going to a game at Angel Stadium that they have. But what is he trying to say? Like,
yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, well, I'm trying to say, bro.
yeah, like, are you trying to say, like, oh, it's crazy to see so many jerseys? Like, you got to remember, they're not too far away. And Dodger fans travel well. Isn't he a Dodger fan that lives in the Orange County?
He is a Dodger fan that lives in Orange County, indeed.
And this is Ro Darte, right?
Ro, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
Future daddy.
Let's say, for the sake of the question, the sake of the comment, as an Angels fan, seeing that, I don't care. Because a lot of the games you also go to, you'll be like at an Angels Toronto Blue Jays game, and then like there'll be somebody in a fucking Dodgers jersey anyways. Doesn't necessarily have to be like,
Right.
and maybe that's what he's trying to say. It's like, how do you see Dodger jerseys at at an Angel game, because he might have gone on a day because they haven't played at Angel Stadium.
All right.
So maybe he's saying like that's crazy to see somebody and it's kind of like cringe because like why aren't you at Dodger Stadium?
Right.
And
So why the fuck are you here?
and maybe, I don't know. Maybe his take on it is like, I'm a Dodger fan, but I'm here, but I'm just gonna stay neutral because it's like my team's not even here.
Right.
Like, who am I rooting for? I should have just stayed at home and drank a beer and watched the game.
Speaking of the Angels, Frank, wouldn't it be sick if they swept your Los Angeles Dodgers? I'm kidding.
Not mine, but
You
theirs.
like the Angels, yeah. But like they're currently playing. It's not looking good.
No, not. Yeah,
It's not looking good for the good team. I mean,
the better team. Yeah,
yeah.
This division, playing the strong division. They're a lot better than the Angels right now. They're in first place. Angels are in last place, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not looking good. It's never a good look when a team that's supposed to be beneath you beats you. But for me, it's good because I like the Angels, so I'm a fan.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
that's what I meant, like with the whole Rose thing. Like maybe his question was, does it annoy people? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it annoys him because it's like, bro, what do you like? Enjoy the game. Why are you bringing more Dodger shit over here? Like, like
we want more Dodger hate.
well, no, because Rose a Dodger fan, but like given the fact that like it is cringe at times. Like, why are you like I said, it's a popular thing now.
Right.
Like, if you like ball, just like ball and show up and catch a game without it being like a whole like, oh, well, my favorite team's the Dodgers type of situation.
Right.
Like, even though they do like to talk a lot about themselves,
Ain't that the fucking truth?
they don't let us live for shit, bro. They got Shohei and still
Always hating on a motherfucker. Can't show a motherfucker some love.
Why you gotta hate on me, motherfucker? Why can't you just show a motherfucker love?
Oh, that's fucking comedy. All right, let me see. I got 3 more.
All right, for sure.
3 more. Let's hang in there. Hang in there. Because we got a voice DM. Next one is from Hoser027. He plays on the Norwalk A's.
Okay.
Norwalk
There's a different hoser?
Different Hoser, yeah.
Shout out to our hoser.
For sure.
Pause.
He says, "Is it valid to pay guys for Sunday League home games? Sunday League baseball games. Sorry, home games.
Damn, we can't read.
No.
Dyslexic.
My vision's a little blurry. I'm fighting this shit, dog. I'm fighting this motherfucker.
Fucking
hard.
snoozing and shit. Just gonna slam into the fucking.
Yeah,
computer.
I'm about to. I'm gonna be like,
And I'm just gonna walk out.
I'm just kidding, America. Do you know who used to say that?
Bernie Mac.
Something like that. Yeah. It sounds like Bernie Mac would say that shit.
Yeah, some shit. Rest in peace.
Or did he die? He passed away.
Yeah, he's been gone.
He passed away of pneumonia.
Something like that. But I think he was battling another underlying illness or something like that.
He is the star of the movie Mr. 3000. Which, have you seen it?
Yeah, I have.
I have not.
Yeah, that's a movie you gotta watch. It's pretty good.
Okay, yeah.
Obviously, it's like Hollywood, so they're like, the baseball is as authentic as it can be. Because like a lot of these dudes.
Authentic, that's a good word.
You know where I learned that word from?
Ooh.
And it's the funniest shit. It's a Boston-based movie. It's The Town.
I've seen the movie. It's just been a minute.
So
it's
like,
been a minute. I need a refresher.
There's a scene where Slane, that's the actor's name because he's a rapper, so that's his stage name, I guess. And well, stage name, yeah, because that's his performance identity, I guess. But it's funny. He's like talking to the dude, and like this dude's treating him like a dumbass because he's a cop. The cop's interrogating him. He's like, I need you to read this right now. And he starts reading it, and he's like, man, what is this shit? And he goes, what do you mean? Just read that shit. You dumb fuckers can't read from because they're from Southie or whatever. Right. And he goes, this shit's, I can't remember what the actual thing he says is, but like, I can't read this garbage. This isn't authenticious. And the guy looks at him. He's like, Authen what? But it's a good movie, The Town. Check it out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I've definitely seen The Town, but I've seen it saw it a long time ago.
Fucking classic, dude.
Yeah,
like, it's a good.
I remember it has violence, right?
A lot of it.
I like movies with violence.
My favorite scene is when they're doing something and they pop into a car and they're wearing a certain type of mask, and they're in the middle of a commission of a crime, in the commission of a crime, I mean, and they look over and it's a cop. And
I've seen this meme. I've seen this in a meme, yeah.
And he's staring at him.
And he just looks the other way.
He looks the other way.
Like,
it's like, because it's none of his fucking business.
He's like, I'm not surviving this if I get involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got self-preservation, dog.
Self-preservation, baby.
At least homie wasn't fronting.
That's what you and I, like, in our personal conversations, I've mentioned that to you several times. Self-preservation. You know?
Self-preservation in certain moments in certain situations is key.
1,000%. I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. We have Hosers. Okay, next one is from
what was Hosers?
I didn't read it, did I?
I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. He says, is it valid?
Oh no, you did say that is it valid for people to pay Sunday leaguers?
Yes.
To play Sunday league ball.
Yeah.
It is not valid because it's like this isn't professional baseball. This is Sunday league baseball. You pay to play.
Yeah.
For the most part. Now, if you pay these guys to come out and win a playoff game or something that you may have money on, like a Moneyball tournament or something, I could see.
I think Moneyball wise, I could see the appeal.
Anything's
on the table. I think at that point, Moneyball,
and I think I could see the appeal in that situation. That's what I'm getting to.
Yeah.
But if you're legit just bringing out a dude to be first place in a division, and then here comes playoffs, and those arms or bats aren't available, and you get exposed, like, what did you really get out of it?
Right.
Are you gonna hit us with the regular season champs like post? You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like one of those things. And then if you're paying dudes, like, if people want to post that, I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
If you're paying dudes, you better fucking win.
No, you better bring it all. And if other dudes are paying dudes, then your dudes better be better than their dudes.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing with that is, it's like, if everybody's paying it, if everybody's paying for talent in a certain specific league, that's fine, as long as everybody's aware of what's going on.
Right.
I have no issue with it. But if you're legitimately, for example, in our league, and you're going out of your way to pay somebody to play in the majors division, a lot of people would frown upon it because a lot of these guys really truly believe, like, you should only be out here playing if you're done with your career. You could have been a pro.
Yeah.
And now that you're done, you're playing here. Or if, let's say, you're in the off season, that's fine. I don't think anybody's really tripping on that.
Right.
But if you're paying an active professional baseball player to come up and beat up on fucking school teachers and certain people playing Sundays.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, no, I get you on that. Is it valid to pay guys? In my opinion, fuck no. Like, how
I
much?
think it has it at Spiel, but like that's about
yeah,
it.
like how much money do you actually have? Like, grow up.
But like, really, what? Like, you want to win this shit
It's
mano a mano.
don't mean nothing, man.
Like, you got to win this shit mano a mano. Like, the moment you start like fucking with the integrity of the actual win, like, oh yeah, like you beat us, but yeah, you paid this dude like $1,000 to pitch against us.
Yeah.
This dude was just pitching in the pros. Like, fuck out of here. Like, I get that if you do it and there's money involved and maybe bets and stuff like that and other shit that's like
Right.
that guys do for this Sunday League shit, I get it, but does it mean people are going to agree with it? Fuck no, just because that's the reality of it. Is it okay to pay him? If you can afford it, sure, bud. But, like, what do you really get out of it?
Did you just say bud?
Yeah, go for it, bud.
Go for it, bud.
It's a callback to something we talk about.
All right, let's move on to the next. There's 2 more SOSs plus voice DMs. I think we'll scrap it at voice DMs this week. But 2 more. We have one from Jerry Harry.
Okay.
He says, "Bring
Pass.
back rankings. We need it. We don't need it.
Nobody needs anything.
Yeah, nobody.
That's a
needs
first
anything.
world problem. You want somebody to go out of their way and rank your team
Yeah,
for what reason? Just talk shit. And just be like, we're the best fucking Sunday League team because we
Yeah.
know who Jerry plays for.
yeah,
Just talk that shit and like fools will come to play you. Because who cares if, for example, a team from Sacramento says they're the best Sunday League team in the nation,
can't beat the Gators.
but then you come down, like, but you're not willing to come down and actually play somebody you're being like in
Right,
tournaments,
right.
and even then, like, the rankings don't take into account tournament wins. So
That's correct.
that was the foundation, at least.
Yeah,
was
that-
laid.
Yeah. So, do you want some insight on that?
Go for it.
The reason that it was never, tournament play has never been taken into consideration because rosters aren't true to their Sunday League rosters.
Yeah,
Most teams
they had guys from different places.
had guys from different teams and shit. Like a lot of it was I need pitchers
Yeah,
type of shit. So what are you supposed to do? The competition on the field is a little bit more important, but
yeah. I think like
ultimately the tournament teams don't have the same. They won't have the same rosters as the Sunday League teams, which is what the rankings were ultimately about. On top of that, there was multiple guys that were playing on like multiple teams that were all ranked. It's like, well,
Yeah.
if you have a tournament, where do these players play? They're not playing for both teams. I'm not going to allow it
yeah.
for starters. And I'm a stubborn fuck. But thankfully, it's something that we never did. It was
Not for
never.
sure.
We,
I think
that-
it overcomplicates things.
Yeah, it overcomplicates things. Like, sure, it's cool, but how accurate is your tournament? How accurate is your Sunday League roster going to be? Because that's what mattered to me the most. Like, okay, well, you're winning with these guys, but if we make a tournament, why are you getting all these other guys?
Yeah, no,
it's
for sure.
it's not that kind of tournament. That's what NABA's for.
Yeah.
That is exactly what NABA's for. Like, you want to play against the best. Who can recruit the best team, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what NABA is.
Yeah. And some of those guys have been together for a long time, but there was effort put into that.
Yeah.
And then adding them to the rankings obviously would skew a lot of things.
Yeah, fuck that.
For sure.
Hope that answers your question, Harry Jerry, good friend of ours. Last one from these ones I gotta read. From Quit Joe Bitchin', he says steroid use in the Sunday leagues. Good strategy, or should I get my refund?
Get your refund, big dog.
Get your refund, bro. You don't need that shit. You don't need a little dick. You need big dick for smashing.
I think that's factually not true. I think his penis size wouldn't be affected. I think it's his ball size or something like that. Affects more of the testicular aspect
Jesus
of being a
Christ.
male.
That's funny.
If I remember correctly, I could be mistaken. You can
Right.
correct me in whatever comments you
I'm
want
not.
to do. That's all.
I'm not gonna correct
No, I'm
you,
talking
bro.
about the fandom.
The
All
fandom?
7 listeners.
All 7 listeners. Yeah, bro, I feel you on that. All right, let's see. Let's go over to our voice DMs. I had mentioned it. There's a couple. All right. From our good friend B. Will. A frequent submitter of voice DMs, which is what we prefer because you can't hide behind a keyboard. But you can send some voice DMs.
For sure.
Okay. Let me go to his shit real quick. This is me scrolling. He's got 3.
Okay. B will always have something on his mind.
B Will's always ready to chat. All right. Maybe B Will be on the pod
Eventually.
in the future. All right, here we go. These are from last week. I don't know what they contain. So here goes.
How you guys doing? It's your boy B Will. Finally get a fucking SOS voice DM. Boski, jackass. You were over there slacking last week. That's all good, man. Happy Sunday. If you got rained out this week, that means your league's a bitch. That's for all the leagues that got rained out. Because, out here in Arizona, we play regardless.
Yeah, the sun
If it's
fucking
110,
evaporates the water.
If it's 10, we're playing. So this week, this voice DM I wanted to bring up, one of the first things was, bro, baseball is a universal sport, right? Fucking everybody plays it everywhere. You get a lot of different cultures. Even in men's league, you're going to get a lot of fucking different teams. You're going to get the team that's full of white boys that play stringent as hell. You're going to get a team full of fucking Mexicans, Dominicans, Venezuelans that are lackadaisical and they play according to their culture. There's nothing wrong with either one. But just understand that if you're on a more stringent team and you're playing against some Latin players, if you fuck up, they're going to talk shit to you in Spanish. They're going to make fun of you. Like today, we played, and one of the white boys on the team made a couple errors, and man, it was like Sábado Gigante. That team was pulling out fucking props and shit, and they was talking mad shit to the guy in Spanish. It was all joking, of course, because they were getting their ass whooped. But the dude made a couple bad errors, and it was pretty bad. So just understand that if you were the guy making the errors playing against the Latin team, they probably gonna make fun of your ass in 2 different languages. Yeah, there's nothing really nothing controversial on that. Everybody has to understand that it's a universal sport. Don't get all butthurt. Take it on the chin, and don't make a fucking error.
Just be better.
Foundationally, just be better.
Just be better. Yeah, ultimately, just be better. But that shit's funny. He said stingent white boys.
Stringent?
Stringent.
Yeah, stringent. Pretty much just means like very like.
I know what it means.
I'm just saying. Like sometimes you don't.
That's fair. I'm kind of a dumbass sometimes. No, but yeah, like we don't have too much of that over here.
No, not really. I think the teams are pretty diverse.
Yeah, I would say so.
With the exception of maybe like, no, I think everybody's pretty like, even if they were like, let's say a white team, I don't think they're that stringent. They word of the day.
Yeah, for real. Word of the day is stringent.
No, but I think like I agree with B Will. Like there's, and it goes back to my argument where like this new generation of baseball was founded in like a lot of more influenced by Latin players. Because even if you look at stuff from back in the day and like you hear the stories about like Willie Mays and all these dudes, they were like flamboyant. They did things like they played a certain way. They played with a certain like type of sazon. And I think that's what B Will's trying to get to. Like if your team isn't like that, that's cool. And there's no need to like really have beef. But like if you're playing another team and they kind of like get some of their shit off, it's like if I'll do this,
just be aware of it. I think what he's trying to do is spread the awareness so that motherfuckers don't get they're not
booty
soft. Yeah, they don't get booty tickled. They're not soft about it.
And I think that's fair, just because it's like a lot of people just don't get it. Like they're just. You've seen the World Baseball Classic, and I think that's a very good gauge of it. You saw like Team Mexico, like Team Puerto Rico, Team Dominican Republic, Dominican Republic,
Team DR, Team Doctor,
Venezuela, like all those like teams. They were just like very flamboyant. They did shit like obviously the famous fucking Javi Baez tag for Team Puerto Rico, where he's already celebrating, pointing out Yachty as
Right.
he's tagging. But you can't get mad at shit like that, and they're gonna be like putting a little sauce on everything. That's
Right.
the reality of it. And if you don't want them to talk shit about you or make you the butt of their joke, like play better, do better.
For real, just be better. I need to know if those noise the props that fans bring out. I need to know if those noise makers.
makers?
Goddamn, I can't fucking say it. I need to know if it's those noise makers that go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is the ones that spin.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Bring back the thunder sticks, bro.
the thunder sticks for real. Get that thunderclap the Dodgers. Once a weekend. Let's move on to his next voice
Once a
DM.
weekend's right. Hopefully, it comes up as 3 instead of 2.
That'd be sick, bro. Like all Dodgers fans are gonna be like,
This is your World Series.
Oh, this is your World Series. Mookie Betts said it. Rent free. Blah blah. But shut your bitch ass up.
Yeah, I think it's fair. Like, all right, cool, yeah, but like at least these fools are for Angels fans. I think
It's like win. It matters. Oh, it mattered, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you didn't win.
and I think low key as an Angel fan is like my perspective on it.
You're an Angels fan?
Oh my god, yes.
Oh my god. Oh, you're like a CrossFitter. Just gotta let everybody know.
But
As a Dodgers fan and blah blah blah. Shut the fuck up.
no, but like
You know that's true, bro.
No, it is, but
those casuals be saying that shit. As a Dodger fan, shut your bitch ass up.
and I don't speak for like the rest of us, right?
Saibow.
But the whole thing is, I think those little glimmers of like greatness, like some of the stuff that they're doing right and they're playing well against a good team, which is the Dodgers, right? We all know that at this point it's Big Bro. Like,
Bring out the broom. Big bro, like is the Angels. If you look at their all time,
yeah, and their head up, but like I mean, like
I need a sweep. I need the sweep to happen. It looks like my bad.
Yeah.
Looking kind of good. You know what I'm saying?
and I think that's where
Might get there.
and that's where like I'm kind of like in the thing. It's like it's good to see the team playing well and doing things right because there's been some like
When it
learning
matters.
Yeah, there's been some learning curves, and I think that's what gets Angels
Learning curves at the major league level is crazy.
Well, yeah, you have they threw Johnson out there who had never fucking threw an inning of.
Look at the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah.
They're learning how to play baseball in the majors.
And it's
Guys fucking suck, bro. Just put the Gators in.
and it's one of those things where like I think that's where Angels fans are coming from, and in my opinion, and then like obviously like Dodgers can't let us have shit.
No, they're salty. Sore winners, sore losers.
All bad.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, fight me. Next one from B Will. Let's punch it.
This second voice DM is brought to you by Longevity Labs out here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Ooh.
No, it's not a paid promotion. Boski, I know you already going to talk shit. Calm down. I got stretched out this week. No homo.
Oh, yeah, you
by
did.
Longevity Labs, and I felt better than I ever
He
have.
said no homo.
This one is in regards to home run videos.
Ooh.
I think we're going to have to start having people post the size field that they're hitting home runs on. All right.
I agree.
So I'm looking at, I'm seeing some of these fields in California League. I'm looking at them, and I'm noticing y'all play on some tiny ass fields and then post the home run bombs like y'all hit a 400-foot shot. Come to find out, that shit was a 315-foot wall scraper.
Hey, man.
Out here, we're playing on the spring training fields. Tempe Diablo is 360 down the left field line. Salt River Fields 345 down the left field line.
Facts.
So if you hit it out, it's a bomb.
Bombs.
What do you guys think? Should we start having people post the distance of the field that they're hitting home runs on if they're posting a home run video? What are your thoughts?
Dude, fuck yeah. Also, post the motherfucking pitcher that was pitching. Some of these pitchers are ass, and they're hitting a tank, and then you're pimping it. No. First, all right. Let's go back to the nature of his question. Distance of the field. I agree. The swamp is 315. Frank's like, well, I don't hit bombs. I barely get the ball out of the infield.
Yeah, shit.
It's been a minute too. I'm so overdue. I'm due.
Not yet.
I'm overdue.
I think it's like there are people who are flexing home runs that aren't bombs at all. They're like wall scrapers, but in the grand scheme of things, if it's a home run, if it leaves the field, you're within your right of celebrating it. Like, how many
the Boston Red Sox got 310 down the left field line,
and I'm saying, and they
like 306 down
and
the pesky pole,
and you can moonshot one,
yeah,
and that shit'll carry over the big,
right.
like the monster.
But it's also major league pitching.
And it is, but I'm saying like that's a pop up in like 90% of stadiums, right? So it's like, given that fact, like it's still a home run. It still goes down to the stats. So if like somebody like who's a Bregman hits 55 home runs, but like let's say
he hits 55 home runs down the right field line,
in left field,
hooks the pesky pole.
Well, you can.
He
but
slices the pesky pole.
But left. Well, obviously,
I'm just exaggerating.
Yeah, but obviously, like we're talking about the Green Monster, right?
Yeah,
like if he just hits a few pop ups that way, he's gonna get a few home runs
for sure.
Inflated numbers. Same thing like in Colorado, right? That field could be big as shit, but the way the ball carries there, like
it doesn't even matter.
There's certain variables that play. Do I think that B-Will has a legitimate gripe against certain people?
Yes,
very much.
1,000%.
And it's valid because there's certain people who will be like, "Oh, I hit a tank." For example, old Scabble plays behind Quake Stadium, right? The Lomar Field.
One of their fields.
Lomar Field off of Arrow Highway and like Rochester. That field behind there is 300.
It's 300 all across. Yeah.
So if you hit a home run there, you could nuke one. You could hit it 400 feet. But does distance matter based on the field that you're playing on? Because I think the question is, let's say you hit a home run on a field that's 315, but then when you review the video and you see how far out they hit it, what validates how far they hit it? Like, let's say they clear 300, but that shit goes for another 50.
Right.
So, and then lands. But the video doesn't really show that, and you can't get a good grasp of it. Does it diminish their home run because they're playing on a smaller field?
Potentially.
Like, that's where I'm kind of like, and for argument's sake, right? Like, I don't really give a fuck, bro. If you hit a home run on a fucking 295, I'd give it to you. Fucking.
No, stop. If I hit 10 jacks at 295, you'd be like, your bitch ass would be like, well, it's 295, bro.
I would
don't
be
celebrating.
I would be hating because you're my friend, though, but it's pretty funny.
Why don't you just show a motherfucker some love, motherfucker?
Just show a motherfucker some love. But like,
that's not what the meme says, but yeah.
We can't say the other way.
No.
But no, see, but that's kind of like...
But then B-Will's over here like, he's like 6'10", 250, hitting absolute fucking nukes. He's not 6'10".
But no, like, it's the same argument that people make that you can also make for that. And like, this is the arguing with myself.
He's like the big bro of home run hitters in the Sunday ball. But we're all little bros over here in foul tanks. Like, yeah, I had a foul tank.
But it's funny to me, and I kind of like it loans itself back to the argument of is a 60-game season world title still a world title, right? Because what's the argument that they make that it is? Well, everybody's playing under the same conditions.
Not everybody put the same effort.
Same thing with home runs, though. Like, if you're not a home run hitter,
that's fair,
and you only hit doubles in the gap because that's your game or whatever it may be, or you're a slap guy or whatever you do, you just put the ball in play. All right, fine. But they're still not going to be hitting home runs whether it feels 315 or 400.
True.
And there's going to be some guys that will run into one on a 315 field where they just pop it up and it goes over because it carries.
Yeah.
But the argument can be said that if that's the case and the conditions are all the same, whether you're on 400 or 315 all the way around or 300 all the way around.
Yeah.
And let's say B-Will's playing on a 300 field and he fucking nukes one. That shit still counts, right? As the same thing as like somebody that just wall scrapes one.
Yeah.
Still equals the same amount of like runs in the book. Same thing. Home run doesn't matter. It's like when they say, oh, that was a line drive single, even though you had a duck fart into right. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, for argument's sake, technically speaking, if you're playing under the same conditions with some legit
matter
with some legit talent, like hitting a ball 315 off of like some dude throwing 90 is still pretty impressive. Like,
right.
If you smoke one down the line, did it clear the fence and now you get around the bases? Sure.
Yeah.
At Tempe or Goodyear, obviously, if you smoke one down the line 315, you're going to be running around the second
right
as fast as you can, but maybe three. But I don't know. I think for argument's sake, yes, there's people that flex certain things and he has a legitimate gripe, but does it count the same? It's kind of it's nuanced.
I think the competition has a lot
dictates
to do with
a lot too. Yeah,
definitely.
It's very nuanced. I agree with you.
I've been seeing home run videos. There'll be side shots or like doubles or triples or whatever the fuck, whatever the hit may be, and you never see the type of pitching that's being they're hitting it off of. It's like, are they hitting it off an old geezer?
My boy, we've seen a video.
We've seen a million things.
We've seen that.
We've seen 1,000 things.
We've seen
dude.
an Instagram story where somebody legitimately sped up the video so it made it look like they were throwing.
We have,
and we started dying because that shit was so bad.
Terrible edit.
And
Be
then
better. Just be better at your edit.
And then
skills,
we've also
bro.
seen those videos where people fucking looks like they mashed one, and then like if you were at that game or if you were paying attention, it was a foul ball, but they were like cut it up so it looked like they hit a shot down the line and they were getting 2.
Yeah.
So and it turned out to be a foul ball and then followed by a strikeout. So it's just pretty funny.
It happens, man. It happens. All right.
Last one.
Last one from B Will. 30 seconds. Here it goes.
The last voice DM isn't Sunday League related. It's just to let all the Angels fans know. I told y'all Trout was going to get hurt again. Get ready for another subpar season. You're going to sit around in August and September at the bottom of the AL West, and Trout's not going to play for the last month of the season because he's recovering from something. Damn, Angels fans, y'all have it bad. Just don't jump off that bridge.
Frank, you being an Angels fan, are you jumping off that bridge?
Nah, never. I think it's fair. Like we all know this. I think like at a certain point you just start to know the truth, but you deny it. Just like certain people's badass kids. Like you know your kid's a piece of shit, but you still live in that denial.
Are you
know what
calling
I mean?
my kid bad?
No, and I don't need to call him bad if you know it.
My little Sally is
A maniac.
she's a psychopath, man, as you saw.
But no, even then, like it depends. But like what I mean by all that is,
Yeah.
yes, you're not telling me anything new. I've been living it, right?
Right.
Like obviously, so.
Long time you've been living there.
Yeah, so it's one of those things. Yeah, it's disappointing, and I think, like I said, it's good to see the young guys develop.
Yeah.
Eventually, Trout's gonna be gone. He's not gonna be an Angel forever. Whether he retires an Angel or gets traded to somewhere else is yet to be seen.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't think he could trade somewhere else, man.
but even then, like, well, let's say hypothetically, right? But even then, like, just yes, you were right, B. Will he got hurt?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck do you want from me, dog?
You remember that audio?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
No, but it's just one of those things where it's just like, no, we do have it bad right now, and I think it's one of those things where a lot of franchises go through it because
Sell the team, Artie. Sell the team.
because a lot of dudes that are Dodger fans and know that mid '90s, like after the World Series in '88, that decade, 2 decades after that, they didn't have really good Dodger teams, given the fact that they had a lot of good young talent. And I think we were talking about this earlier with like Santa Cruz and the Hummies. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's one of those things where they know that pain too. When you have all this talent, Hall of Fame talent,
Right.
and you can't do shit with it. So it's just one of those things. It is what it is. At this point, I think me and the people that I talk to about, like, that I know are fans about the Angels, it's like, look, man, like, we got to look at the positives because that's all we got right now.
Right.
So I just try to keep it in perspective. I'm just like, look, it could be a lot worse. It could be the Colorado Rockies. Or the Chicago White Sox surprisingly aren't doing the worst ever, but like I said, there's going to be some teams that are fun to watch. They may not be good. And I just want, like, I think I said it on the pod too. All I want from this Angel season is some improvement,
Right.
and to see some of the young guys shine.
Yeah.
That's about it. Like, I don't need to go to the playoffs. It'd be nice. Do I think we could win anything? Fuck no, because like I don't think we have the major league talent ready to go. Like the depth isn't there.
If they made playoffs, would you go?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Why not catch the atmosphere? See what's up.
You would go out of your way to be like, "Fuck yeah, we're fucking going."
Yeah, fuck it.
They play Boston. Can I go?
Sure.
Boston sucks.
We're both delusional at that
Yeah,
point.
Boston sucks major cock right now.
That shit's fucking
They got a losing
funny.
record, bro. Fucking.
But no,
bum.
like, yeah, like I'm not jumping off no fucking bridge. But I think real Angel fans don't live in that delusion. We know what's going on.
Yeah.
That's why I like Swilly from John Boy, the girl that like just joined John Boy.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a she was like the Angels, like she posted a bunch of stuff, and then I guess John Boy reached out and hired her.
Gotcha.
So now she's like a
Interesting.
West Coast
Send me a video. I want to check it out.
correspondent. Yeah, she
Yeah.
seems cool. She seems like she knows what she talks about, or she's talking about. I mean, and-
Not like the A's announcer.
oh god, that shit's funny.
You know who hates her, bro?
Everybody.
Our good friend, motherfucking Lupe, who sells motherfucking dad bats. Get yourself a motherfucking dad bat.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. That about covers it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Fuck you, B-Will.
I mean, he wasn't wrong. He predicted it pretty accurately.
Yeah,
I'd say.
but like to be honest, it's like you can't.
It's
It's a
whatever.
linebacker trying to fucking play the outfield still. It's
The
fucking crazy.
linebacker. Imagine B-Will in the outfield, fucking linebacker. Is he the size of a linebacker?
Probably.
B-Will.
I need to see him in person.
He big.
You know what my
He
new
looks like he wears like a size 8 hat.
big ass dome?
Big old like
Fuck
fucking 8.
Barry Bonds.
You find
steroid
you
dome.
find the new era size 8 at like Ross.
Hey dog, them shits are steel.
They're
But-
cheap. They're definitely cheap.
But I'm laughing because I'm thinking.
Noggin.
So I have 2 recent follows, right? Like on Instagram, and I got to get rid of some other ones that obviously are just not obviously of my interest anymore. But one of them is this dude that does the press. I think it's Press Box Chronicles. It's this dude that does like certain things, and he just started his like Insta and like he has a TikTok, whatever. Does YouTube short videos. He's talking about Barry Bonds, and he goes, "This motherfucker's head got so fucking big," and that's what it reminded me when you said
Big ass head.
It's
Fucking dude, I got a big ass head.
I do too.
I'll tell you why. I ordered
Pause.
a big league helmet
Oh yeah,
on eBay. I fucking
7 and an eighth.
7 and an eighth. I was like, ooh, get on my head, daddy. You know, and so I bought it, and it was 7 1/8. I'm like, I don't have some give, you know. Well, it didn't have some give.
It had
Frank.
no give.
No give. They advertised it as a black helmet. Not black. It's dark blue. It's a Detroit Tigers team issued. It's a very nice helmet, beautiful helmet. However, it just doesn't fit, bro. It just doesn't fit. It's got the C flap, the chin flap, or whatever. It's really nice. It just does not fit.
Hit Boski up if you need a 7.
Yeah, before I fucking
A size 7.
7 1/8 right-handed hitter. So that means that the fucking helmet, the ear flap, and the C
Looking
flap.
at your head right now, I would not think that your head's a 7 1/8. I think it's more of a 3/8. Or
No, my hat size is 1/4.
1/4.
My hat size is 1/4.
You thought you could squeeze your big ass head into that shit?
Well, I used to wear a 7 1/8 hat,
yeah, but that doesn't
I've-
translate the same.
but I've gotten older.
You got
I,
bigger too.
I've gotten fat. You know, I'm not fat.
Probably taking steroids.
I might be a little bit overweight. I am. No, I'm definitely overweight. But I'm not gonna say I'm fat.
Well, I wonder what that.
You're
sounds
fatter
like.
than me, bro. For starters.
No, for sure. But I also like.
I'm
I'm
not-
a lot broader than you too.
I mean, that's fair, but I'm not fat, bro. Like,
Bigger legs too. So
like you probably wear like a size 40 jean.
probably 40.
Yeah. See, I wear 36.
Got some big old leggies.
I wear 36. Like that's a big difference. I can't. Like a 40 would be really huge on my.
No, for
waist.
sure. I'm like overweight for sure. I'm obese
You old fat ass bitch.
to say the least.
This fat ass bitch over here.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna be in Vegas walking the strip, and some fucking bum is gonna ask you for money, and you be like, "Shut your bitch ass up." He's like, "Look at this fat ass bitch over here."
Oh man, that shit's
What
funny.
would you do if a bum just called you a fat ass bitch?
Bro, I don't like
You know, just-
worry my mind with fucking bums on the street or bums that are gonna reach out on this podcast. I worry myself
Oh, shit.
with the opinions of bums.
Fuck them bums. All right, you're gonna play in Vegas next week.
For sure.
I don't think we went over predictions for that.
We did, fucker.
Did we?
Yeah, you picked your teams and everything.
Who did I pick?
Not the moonshots.
I did. We didn't talk about the MSBL.
Yeah, you did.
No, we didn't.
You're gonna play this back and realize we talked about MSBL and NABA.
No,
we picked-
MSBL and NAB are two different.
And you
worlds.
talked about both of them, and you gave brackets for both of them.
Who did you pick?
For MSBL, moonshots,
Yeah.
like 18.
Okay, that's the 18 Open.
yeah. And
that's
35 was.
Yeah, if you motherfuckers don't win, I swear to God, I'm gonna be pissed.
This is how I know you were like zoning in and out because you don't even remember that.
Yeah,
shit.
but I didn't say the teams. Antelope Valley Phillies,
Yeah, you did.
California Phillies. Shut the fuck up. Las Vegas Honey Badgers. I didn't go over this. Las Vegas Mastiffs. OC Moonshots. Team USA. This is a 6-team 18 Open.
For you, I remember you saying Team USA, the Mastiffs.
Did I?
Yeah, I could be wrong too, and I could be tripping out.
Yeah, I think you're tripping.
But you need to go back and listen to that.
All right. I'm not gonna listen back. I know you're not gonna listen back.
Somebody tell us who's wrong.
Somebody tell us who's wrong, please.
I could be wrong. He could be wrong.
Frank's fucking wrong, bro. Frank's so wrong.
Maybe
Frank is so fucking
wrong and fat.
You know, yeah, you
according
are.
to you.
You old fat bitch. You old ponytail ass, fat ass bitch. 35 and over.
Somebody called me a Polynesian the other day.
Polynesian?
Yeah.
Tongan?
Yo,
shut your Tongan ass up.
I started dying.
Let me see. There's let's just pick this one. All right. Division 35 and over, MSBL, Las Vegas Open. You got the Amigos de East Bay. You got the Las Vegas Senators, the NorCal Brew Crew, San Diego Knights, Team West Coast, Bakersfield Heat, Des Moines Bruins, Montebello Angels, San Diego Snipers, Santa Clara Broncos. Pick, Frank.
What was this for?
35 and over MSBL.
Broncos.
The Broncos.
Gang. I think I just changed my pick from earlier, but all right.
Somebody correct. Please. We didn't go over. We didn't go over these two.
Okay, maybe we did.
I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet we didn't. And shout out to Benz, by the way.
Yeah, shout out Big Benz, dog.
Shout out Big Benz. He fucking made a video of my baby face AI.
He made a video of you as a baby.
As a baby AI talking about wiping my ass with toilet paper.
From a previous podcast.
From last episode, I believe it was last episode. Yeah, I'm going to post it. I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it because it was kind of funny. I'm going to go with give me the San Diego Knights. Fuck it. I know the Montebello Angels are pretty good.
Fool, I legit think you picked the Montebello Angels earlier because you said that they win it every year.
No, I said that off mic. I definitely said that.
I don't think
I texted you that, bro.
No, bro, you're full of shit.
All right.
I think what's the teams again? I can tell you who I picked last time.
Amigos de East Bay.
That one. I picked Amigos de East Bay. The Friends of East Bay. Because I even said, Friends of East Bay.
There's no way I was sitting here asleep reading that.
Somebody comment and let this motherfucker know, bro. I'm pretty sure we went over this.
All right. Somebody let us know, please.
Fuck this, scratch this shit.
I'm either going to be right or wrong, dude. Like, it's a coin toss.
Well, like most times, you're going to be wrong, bruh.
Nah, like most times. I mean, I'm not a 500 hitter, so, you know. All right, man. Let's get the fuck out of here, bro. Like,
okay, so my picks, Amigos at East Bay.
Okay.
And then the other ones, go over the other teams so I could, like, reinforce.
The other bracket?
Yeah, the other two divisions.
It's the Moonshots.
Okay, the Moonshots. So I'm taking the Moonshots.
I'm also taking the Moonshots. If you guys don't win, I'm going to be pissed.
And then the other...
Because if you guys win, then, like, I win.
Okay, so just to clear up some confusion, the one bracket, I picked the Moonshots. I didn't even need to know the other teams. Really.
Yeah, okay. That's the Phillies. The Phillies. There's two Phillies teams.
Yeah.
Honey Badgers, Mastiffs, Team USA.
I remember you saying Team USA, the Mastiffs for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Obviously, I'm not picking them. But then for the other division, what was it? 35? MSBL? Or what is it? 25?
Yeah, 35. 35.
And what were the teams again?
Amigos de East Bay, Las Vegas Senators, NorCal Brew Crew, San Diego Knights, Team West Coast, Bakersfield Heat, Des Moines Bruins, Montebello Angels, San Diego Snipers, Santa Clara Broncos.
Okay, and I picked the Amigos de East Bay. I remember, like,
okay,
I'm pretty sure, and I hope somebody fucking points that out to you.
I hope so.
Or somebody's going to gaslight the fuck out of both of us and be like, no, you didn't say none of that shit.
Yeah, no, I don't think we went over it. But, I could be wrong.
Nobody pays you to think, Boski.
People, I don't get paid to do anything, actually. I do this shit for free, man.
Not here, at least.
I do this shit for free, and my wife yells at me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I care about the wife yelling at me. I don't care about doing it for free.
Not for sure.
You know, ain't about the money, man.
It never is.
I got a good tax guy.
Now you do.
Dog, I got a really good tax guy, bro. Holy shit. God damn. Hey, shout out to the tax guy,
Don't
bro.
burn the plug, bro.
I will not show my new tax guy. Great tax guy. He's fucking awesome. Just like, hey, bro, you're dope. Shout out to the tax guy. I'm not saying nothing.
That's so funny.
Yep. Tax evasion is awesome. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. People go to jail for that. Don't do it. I do not advise that. All right, Frank. Let's get the fuck out of here, bro.
Um,
Episode 229. Appreciate your time as always. Thank you again.
For sure.
I'm glad you went 1 for 3 today.
1 for 2.
1 for 2 with a walk.
Yeah, I reached on an error and got a single.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to me. 1 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs. Oh, let's go with a walk. I had a bases loaded walk, actually.
Nice.
Bases loaded walks are pimp.
Ribby.
Super pimp. That's just fucking fire, bro.
I would just slam my fucking bat against the fence if I ever walk with the bases loaded.
I
just
would
throw that shit.
I would go absolutely bonkers, dude. If
we walked off on it.
if I had a walk-off walk, oh god, I would lose my fucking mind.
Throw that bat.
I would throw that bat so god. I wouldn't even stand in the box with a bat.
Latin
Dude.
toss that shit across the
It would be
field.
crazier to not to stand in the box without a bat, just not swing.
Oh god.
Imagine how much pressure's on the pitcher. It's like, okay, I have to throw it down the middle. This guy don't even have a bat.
Or you go up there with like
A noodle.
T-ball sized bat.
Go throw my dick. Be like, just whip it out. Just bunk. You know.
There's
Anyways.
no bunk sound.
There's no bunk sound. Yeah.
It's gonna bunk on.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Home plate. The catcher.
More of a slap.
The catcher, also known as Santa Cruz. My good friend.
You'd probably like it.
The daddy's closer. Shit's funny. All right, bro. Let's get the fuck out of here. We'll catch all you motherfucking bush leaguers. Episode 230. Which is
Sure.
probably not recording for next week.
Yeah, Memorial Day.
Yeah, because Frank and Jesse will be out of town. Is Jesse playing with the Moonshots? Yeah, huh?
Yeah, and he's playing with Sonora.
There's multiple team stuff. It's got to go.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Pick an alliance and stick with it.
It reminds me of that fucking that crab on Moana. Pick one. Because she starts talking to him and she's like, I don't know which eye to look at when I'm talking to you because he had like the antenna
split,
eyes.
yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
And he's like a giant. So anyways. Go in it, please. Jesse, Sonora, go in it, please.
I'll do my best.
Do your best and forget the rest. Peanut butter. All right, Frank. Let's get the fuck out of here, bro. We'll catch all you fucking bush eaters on the next one. Peace.